And we're good. We're live. I think.
There it goes.
Yep. There it
yes,
goes.
it just went live.
Excellent. Right. Last time, Bridge Bad. Right. Where's the initiative now? What did they do?
Oh god.
Turn order. There it is. I found it. Please roll initiative.
Oh, it helps if I have me. There we go. Okay. Oh God. Okay.
Okay. There we go.
Bringing up the rear of the bad bridge.
Where the fuck's my character sheet? There it is. Okay. Do I still have to click on my thing? Probably.
I mean, probably.
Initiative. Bam.
I think the initiative macro should still be there, so you can use that if you want to.
We have macros?
Yeah.
Huh.
Okay, right. Let's get right to it. Togo, you're up. There's an angry ghost man.
On the other side of the bridge.
What was in the bridge? I'm gonna try to not shoot crack someone, shoot the ghost. There's blast.
Okay, go for it. Yep, both of those hit.
Let me just check something real quick.
What's up?
Are you checking if those are projectiles?
Oh yeah.
It does specify weapon, ranged
Okay.
weapon, not
Then you
ranged
You
spell,
should,
so it should
you
be
should
fine.
be fine.
Okay, you're
Yeah.
fine, you're good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a thing now.
Yeah, just at any
Right.
moment, I'm worry.
Grab
And then I'm gonna smith.
Oh, never mind.
And I'm gonna wave my big sword axe thing and run away.
Okay, okay. Fair enough. Right, now, Grabfum, go.
Alright, what command? I don't need to see. I'm gonna try to command it to grovel. I
Okay.
don't want it to touch me. It's a wisdom save.
A wisdom save, eh? It fails.
It falls prone and then end its turn. Well, on its turn. And we can still hit it, so it doesn't matter whether we injure it or not. So it just
Yay.
uses its next turn to fall prone, and that's it.
Okay, fair enough.
So I'm gonna tell my sword to stab. I want my knife. $16?
That is not a hit.
Oh boy.
Anything else you want to do?
Valid.
Goes.
Nope.
Okay. Crackjaw, go.
I'm gonna do something different.
Are you gonna hit it with a sword? Yep, there we go.
Okay.
Uh,
it's meant to be normal. 23.
It's not prone yet, but a 23 does hit.
Okay, and another one. Ooh, I think I'm gonna add a bit of extra to that second one. Let's add. How many of these do I have left? 2. Sure, why not? Let's do just test the strike. I don't want to push it. So that would be 14 plus 4 on that, and then the damage. I'm assuming the first one hit, yeah?
Yes. A 23 does hit, I said.
Okay. Okay, good. So 5, 12, 17 plus
Another D8, I think.
14. Oh, just another D8. Okay, another D8. Whapang! 6. So 17 plus.
Yeah, I've got it. Anything else you want to
You
do?
got it? Okay. What other bonus actions do I have? I do not have superiority. I don't have any. Don't think I have any bonus action stuff left except for shunting, and I don't really want to shunt anyone. So no, I think I'm done.
Okay. Merwin.
I'm working. Spooky ghost.
Right. Currently at the bottom of the cliff,
Yep.
and I can't shoot him. Because that counts as a weapon attack.
Correct.
Even.
And as funny as it would be to shoot Crackjaw with his own gun. Actually, do I know that the shield is cursed? Do any of us know that? I think we do, right? We've identified it.
Yeah, you've
We've
identified it.
Okay, so I would
me-
know
so,
not to shoot him.
At the most, me and Stole know about it. I don't know if I bothered telling anyone else because I didn't think about it.
Well, I think you told me because we talked about it because I said I wouldn't mind having it either.
Probably.
Oh, yeah.
Then you
Checks
probably
out.
got that. Yeah.
So I will acid splash him, please.
Alright, go ahead. That's a
DC 15 dex saving throw,
yeah.
please.
It's not fallen prone yet. And he saves.
Never mind, he does no damage. Woo! Bridge bad.
Bridge indeed bad.
Bridge bad.
Job's done.
Okay. Wes.
Yeah, I'm just gonna move up
Yep, easy enough
and
to
hit
do.
the guy with the spear. Not the spear, the staff.
Go for it.
I'm assuming that hits.
Yep, that 22 does hit.
And another one. And then let's do just one unarmed attack.
Yep.
And that's my turn.
Okay, hang on. How much damage was that? Good lord.
$31.
Yep. Well, it's its turn and it grovels. And that ends its turn. Saul, you're up.
I'm gonna shoot a chill touch at this little friendo. There we go. That's not it.
That does not hit.
And I'm just gonna stay here. You're doing great, everybody.
Right, Togo, it's back around to you.
Well, they seem to be doing fine, so I'm
Yep.
just gonna go there and inspect the door because there's been so many traps.
Okay, do me... Well, what do you roll to find traps? I guess investigation.
Things. Nice.
Let's see here. Which room is this? Let's see here. Looking at this door, you can tell that it's airtight when closed. Otherwise, nothing out of the ordinary.
Okay, I'm gonna roll something. I probably think that's bad.
Presumably.
So I'll just come back here and that probably took my whole turn.
Okay, grab him.
I am going to move away from this thing now.
Yep.
Hoping that now it's on the floor, it can't hit me. And I'll just use my flying speed, which I still have, to get to the other side
I mean,
and tell my knife to step.
he would be prone, so he'd still get an attack of opportunity, I think.
Just with disadvantage.
Yep.
Try me.
I mean, he'll give it a
Watch you
shot.
roll 2 ways.
He's on the floor.
It's not hard to hit me.
And
Yep,
with
easy.
that roll, he definitely does, and does a whole 9 damage to you.
Yeesh.
I'm still gonna move away
Yep.
Fair.
and turn my knife to stab.
Yeah, that's a hit.
It stabbed.
It did stab.
And that's it.
Alright. Crackjaw, go.
Well, I think I will try and hit it.
Alright.
Yes.
With advantage, it's prone.
Okie dokie. Advantage. Let's use my sword. And let's use my sword.
Yeah, both of those hit.
The consistency is strong. And that is all I do.
Alright. Merwin.
Well, I'm just gonna rinse and repeat because I'm at the bottom of the river.
Alright, splash some acid.
Yeah, he's gonna do dex saving throw, please.
And he fails.
And where's... Yay! Where's my acid splash? It was just here. I clicked it. There it is.
Is it? Okay,
Splash.
yep, there it is.
9 points damage. That's the exact same as I got last time.
Right. Where's... Unless you want to move, Merwin.
Oh, no, job's done.
Okay, in that case, where's...
Let's just
You have advantage.
continue to hit with a stick. Yeah. Ooh.
Yep, roll me some damage. And that is enough. It is back in the grave. Clear, close. Well, that could have went a lot differently. But thanks to Crapfen, it didn't get a chance to summon any reinforcements.
You're welcome.
Anyways, the coffin lies
Well,
open before
And
you.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. It's your abilities.
What?
Use them.
Huh?
That's what they're there for.
What's it about?
Well, looking over what's in the box, that's an impressive amount of coin. Assorted coins. Do you want to spend some time counting them all to find out how much you got?
Yeah, they... Why count now when we can count later? Merwin! Throw us the hat! Merwin!
But it's keeping my head warm.
Yeah, but I'm gonna fill it with money.
That means it's mine, right? I toss him the hat.
Sure, yours, if you ever get the hat back. Ouch, let's just start shoveling.
Okay. You shovel assorted coins into the hat.
What?
Other than that,
So,
okay.
I know bridge is bad. Is under the bridge bad?
You don't know.
Oh boy. Does under the bridge look bad?
Do me an investigation check. Hmm.
19.
Bridge pad.
Now there's a question. Is bridge bad? Doesn't look bad. You think it's fine?
Hold on.
Well, I think it's fine. So I'm gonna go explore and look over this way. I'm so sorry.
Sure, you pass under the bridge, and you're completely fine.
Excellent. Haha. Ba-doop. Oh wait, Torchy. Wait, I need you.
You know, Wes, I almost feel bad for whatever this entity was. Oh.
Whoops.
Hmm.
Ah,
Let me rescue you
I'm
real
lost
quick.
in the wall. Thank you.
Hmm.
There you go.
I don't think we were meant to see that.
No,
Yeah,
you weren't.
don't worry about it.
Sorry.
They were waiting to be called. They didn't get called. They're not here.
They never get to see the dawn of day.
Anyways, besides
Okay.
shoveling a lot of coin, you also find the mentioned folding boat with a dragon figurehead.
Oh, and I hope you're adding this to your hat, because I have your
Oh,
hat and I'm filling with shit.
Okay, let me get my hat notes up. You do realize you've just given Moen access to a folding boat, though.
You say that like I've given you back the
Also,
hat yet.
Did you say extra dimensional boat? Which you mean I do not think we should put it inside the hat.
You say that, but I don't know that.
True, carry on.
So
I just see a funny boat.
It's kind
So
of
into the boat was
a large amount of assorted coins.
cat loot.
Just call it coffin coins.
That loot.
Indeed. And Crackjaw, before you shove the folding boat into the hat, you notice the skeleton in the coffin. It's wearing a nice suit of armor.
Where's? Do you mind turning around?
Yes.
Good, because a crime is only a crime if there's a witness, you know? And I just start yanking the parts out.
Okay. Well,
Oh, you meant theft. I thought you meant indecent exposure.
I know. Confused. Me and Crapfoot are on the other side, like, hello?
how
I'm
weird.
glad I'm not. I'm on this side of the bridge.
Yeah, me too. Jeez.
I mean, considering what you're wearing, Crackjaw, that's an adamantine scale mail, if you've ever seen one.
Yep. Nice.
And that is all you
That's-
find. You leave the skeleton behind, I hope.
Is the skeleton's bones plated with gold?
No. It's
Then it's not
bones.
becoming with us, it's not worth it. One day we'll find the golden skeleton and have to really think hard about our life choices. But yeah, for now, you can stay. I'll even put the coffin back on. You can have your lid. Reach back.
Those are dinners.
Well, as you're wading through the subterranean river, Mervyn,
I got stuck again.
you did get stuck again. Hang on. You gotta hold Alt in this tunnel. You can't use
Yeah,
the grid.
sorry. I keep trying to.
There's like a little raised ledge on your left there. And over here the tunnel narrows and like lowers. You don't think it's traversable down there?
Okay. I found a small tunnel over this way.
Okay.
I'm gonna check for traps.
Okay, do me an investigation check. Okay, hang on. What you find is this.
14.
Oh wait, that's fine.
The heck is that?
Well, it seems to be some sort of sliding wall leading into a tiny room.
Oh, I see.
Right.
Yep. Anything
Can
else
I
you want to
open
do?
sliding door?
Yeah, it's right in front of you.
If it doesn't look trapped. Okay. I open it.
I think you should have control of this.
Yeah, I press button to open, but I then don't see much more beyond.
Yep, it's a tiny room there.
Okay. Anything in the tiny, tiny room?
Not that you can see.
Okay. No secrets, no traps, no nothing?
Go in and find out.
He did go in. Didn't see anything.
I did go in. Yeah. Ah!
He's even closed the door on himself, but no.
I didn't mean to do that. Ah!
There you go. I opened the door on
Thank you. Thank you.
You closed
Ah!
it again.
I didn't click on that. Tom Brady!
It's like a
Ramble.
guard.
Of course I know. Okay. Splat. Water.
Yep.
There's a tiny room over that way. Couldn't find anything in it. A teeny tiny room.
Why would they just have a tiny room in a river?
I don't know. I didn't see anything.
You sure it's not like a airlock or something?
I mean, I couldn't find any way to, unopen it. Why would they have an airlock in a tomb?
I don't know. Why do they have any of this shit in this tomb?
How difficult is it to scramble up this bit? Because I'm like 15, 20 meters, feet down.
Meters
covered
would
in
be a lot.
water.
Yes.
Does anyone help you up, is the question.
I don't know.
Apparently not. Do me an athletics check.
Oh,
I can try to
boy.
help him up. I'm not sure if I'm good.
Yeah.
Knifey will help.
I mean, with the help of a knife and crap from...
You perish.
Yeah, you make it. Takes a while, but you make it up.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Imagine being saved by a knife.
Hey, it's basically a moving, climbing python. No, Shishiri!
If you
Bad.
if you did that with goddamn cutlery, I would murder you.
It's ghost cutlery.
That makes it even more pertinent. Anyway. Alright. So, one room left.
After you.
Alright.
Oh, there's something funny about the room.
Oh,
It's where we died.
like. What do you mean tight? Like it's hard to open?
No, there's no cracks.
I guess I'd give it a look over.
Okay, do me an investigation check.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's a door, alright. Do you try and open it?
I ain't sure.
Okay. Well, do so then.
Okay.
You get the feeling you need to, overcome some air resistance when you open it, but seems fine.
Hey. I mean, seems better, right?
What's your... Okay, hang on.
You have a passive perception at 10.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it's everything you need is 10 there.
Yeah, that's it. I'm like, hang on, why is this sheet blank when I open it? But that's torchy.
What is torchy?
Mine's 15.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, I smell gas.
Do me a perception check.
Is this a room full of gas? Let's find out. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Well, if you're,
At least you're consistent.
Well,
did Togo say the words airtight to us at all?
he did say tight.
Okay.
Anyways, what you see is this chamber is in terrible condition. The flagstones of the floor are out of place and cracked in many places. The white stone columns are blackened with soot, and as are the alcoves on the north and the south walls.
Oh boy. Oh no. I know
That's,
that. Well, yeah.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Merwin, but a room that's tightened with air, covered in soot, generally means an inferno, right?
I mean, yeah.
Have you got anything heavy you don't mind losing?
If you give my hat back.
I don't think I will. What's in here?
Give me my hat back. No, wait, give it back.
Sorry. What do you got here? What's heavy?
Honestly, just the loot from this expedition, it was fairly cleaned out.
Yeah, I ain't chucking any of that. By the way,
Oh, wait, no, there is 1 pint of giant's blood and 5 giant right hands in it.
you don't really need the hand anymore, right?
Forgot about that. No, those got handed off. All of that got sold. Ignore me. I need to remove that from my list.
I was about to say.
There's
Well-
8 potions of greater healing in there. Do those not get handed out? Or do these get handed out? Those.
Why do you have 8 potions of greater healing?
I think those might have been handed out. I don't remember.
I haven't seen a single one, so I don't think so, no.
I don't think so. I think they're
No,
still hanging.
I don't think those got handed out. I think those got kept in there. Whoopsie!
Ah,
Kidding me.
that's hilarious.
It's a good thing I'm going back and reading my notes, right? Whoops! There's a lot
No,
of... My notes are not organised, I'm sorry. There's currently 4 spears, 6 clubs, 2 shields of coral and shell.
There's clubs in there? Good enough. I whip one into the middle of the room.
Where exactly are you throwing this club?
Right in the middle.
Okay. It clatters onto the floor, gets caught on one of the tiles, just lies there.
Then I use my telekinesis to start slapping the floor all around the area with it.
Okay, where exactly are you slapping the floor?
Everywhere. Just tile
just-
by tile, I'm slapping it.
Ping me the tiles that you're doing.
Okay. Tiles.
Nothing seems to happen.
Tiles.
Nothing seems to happen.
Tiles.
Still nothing.
Tiles.
Nope.
Tiles.
Nothing.
Tiles.
Nope.
Tiles.
Nope.
Tiles.
Still nothing.
Tiles again.
You did that one already, still nothing happens.
That one again.
That one again, yeah, okay, nope.
In there.
Nothing.
Start slapping the bloody pillars.
Clonk. Nothing seems to happen. Clonk.
And that
Nothing
one.
seems to happen.
Can we just... go inside?
Off we go then.
Okay.
If you feel so sure. I'll let you pass.
I'll keep an eye out for traps, of course, as I go in, because I don't know we've done that inside the room, but I'll go in.
Okay, move your token.
What? I love the fact close the door behind me. Thank you, Crackjaw.
Well, as you step onto the first flagstone, the door locks
Did you
behind
not
you,
check the first one?
and
It's
there's an
locked.
audible hiss coming from the pillars.
Okay. Oh no, I've got Torchy with me. Extinguish Torchy.
The one tile I didn't push.
Yeah, okay, do me
I
an
can't
initiative roll, Mervyn, please.
Oh boy. Okay.
Goodbye.
Indeed.
What we...
I
what
did
we
it for
do here?
Torchy because it's on the same tile. Ah!
That's this.
Can't
guess, yeah,
separate
that'll
myself
do.
from Torchy anymore.
You've
Thank
fused
you.
with the torch, there we go.
Well, I mean, you turned Torchy out, so
Yeah, I would
You
like
get
to turn
the feeling.
Torchy off, please.
Let's put him over
Depending
here.
if the gas ignite burst or if Torchy goes there. Okay.
You know what? I'll
and he
do
was never seen again.
it. Oh, good lord. Well. Right, let's see here. Do me a constitution save.
Is this from the gas?
Yes. Against poison.
Because I currently have a survival mantle on.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah, he's
true.
immune to
True.
gas.
Well, you hear the hiss. There's some audible gas.
I'll let you. I'm currently getting the description of the survival mantle, just so you can decide what needs to happen.
No, we've worked out how it works. I don't think this would affect you because you're not
Okay.
breathing it.
Okay,
However,
sweet.
that is not your only problem. You can hear audible clicks coming from here, here, up to the south, over here, and over here.
Okie dokie. I can't
Where-
see shit.
Where's the earth-shattering kaboom?
Well, if things go bad, I've got a ball of fire. If things go horribly wrong, so the alert that things have gone badly.
Let me just.
You're
I'll
full
use
of fire.
torch
Yes,
for this.
start it early. I'm just gonna. I think we should back up for this.
Okay. What do you want to do?
I would like to cast blur on myself.
Okay, sure.
And stay still and get in a defensive position.
Okay.
Back to the door.
That's all you're doing? Okay, fair enough. More gas fills into the room, and then at initiative 10, the clicking stops, and sparks appear in those alcoves that I pinged for you.
Yes.
Do
Good
me a
enough.
dex
That's
save.
a kaboom.
Oh boy. Well, it was nice knowing you all.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna flash my genius at that to make it a 16, if that helps.
It not even. You take 19
there's the
points of
cobble.
fire damage.
Would you say I would be able to use my reaction to absorb elements?
Yes.
Excellent. I'll do that, please.
Okay, so you take 9 points of fire damage. Okay. It is now your turn. What do you do?
Is it still hissing out gas with
Yep.
sparks going everywhere? Oh boy. Okie dokie. And the door is locked behind me?
Yep.
Yeah, correct. Have you tried opening the door again? Or just staring at it?
shit.
Fine.
So I saw sparks come from each of those 4 points.
Yep, for a second you saw a flash of light from there, from there, from there, and from there.
I'm gonna go to the middle, and I'm
Okay.
gonna send a tentacle out to 3 there, there, and there, and try and break whatever is causing the sparks. There'll still be 1. I can survive another round, maybe.
Okay, do me attack rolls, I guess. For the, well, use item rolls.
Slap, slap, slap. Oh boy, these are not the times to be rolling badly. Oh boy.
You're not sure if that did anything, if at all.
Excellent. Good to know. Good to know.
Okay,
Action.
speaking of, because you've been over there, from the lay of the land, you know that this spot back over here is that weird little room you found.
Oh, okay.
over to
Ah.
the east.
Mhm.
Anyways,
I'm gonna. Does Merwin have the common sense to have not figured that out? Probably not. Blur doesn't mean shit right now. Do I have healing word prepared? I do. I'm gonna do a second level healing word just to keep me from dying.
okay, go for it.
Ah, boy. Nope, 2. Oh boy, that's not good. I needed better roll than a 1. I needed better rolls. I rolled 2 1s. Oh boy.
Anything else you're doing?
I'm gonna keep walking towards that room if I know it's around that way.
Yep.
And
It should be
probably
just
hit a
through
wall
this
here.
wall.
Okay. And I'll interact with that next time around if things don't work out. Which they probably won't.
Okay. Crackjaw, you heard a loud explosion from that room you sent Merwin into, die. What you
I don't know
doing?
what he was expecting. Well, might as well try and crack this door open. Good thing I have this sword that breaks things made of material. And I guess I take a swing at the door. Can I take a swing at the door?
Okay, sure.
Alright. Swing at the door.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Which
Roll the
technically
damage
10.
again.
Roll again. Okay. Put my master up there. That's more
Okay,
like
yep.
it. And then if it seems to have made any sort of impact, I do it again.
Okay.
Can I do it again?
Yeah. You've got multi-attack. Go for it.
Ooh. Did I hit?
No.
No. Okay. Well, that's all I got for now.
Do you need help with that?
Yeah, I think he set off the trap that was pretty obvious, but, you know, now's a good time to get him out. I'd rather not have to explain to the captain why the cook exploded. Sorry, not the cook, the...
The cook's
Oh, no.
here.
Yeah, I don't, sorry.
He's the medic.
The medic, that's the... Wait,
And
is he? I thought
mechanic.
he was... I don't even know what his job is anymore. He doesn't bloody keep the same one.
Rudeness.
Indeed.
Tell me your job that you were hired for.
I'm the ship's carpenter and doctor.
Pick one.
Oh, you do more than just hit things.
Honestly,
Well,
considering
whatever.
what Crackjaw got hired for, he's very bad at this job.
There.
Anyways, Merwin, do me a deck save.
Okie dokie.
Oh boy.
Wow.
Oh, fuck.
Oh!
How long does that resistance last?
1 turn. I'm gonna cast
Well.
it again,
Okay, yep. Take half of that.
because otherwise I'd be out.
14.
Oh boy.
It is now your turn.
Gonna try and see if I can get through this here wall in front of me
Okay,
while blind.
do me an investigation check. By feel. I mean, you are,
Yeah,
you
do I
are
have
a catfish.
disadvantage because I can't see?
Feel should be fine. Go for it.
Okay.
Just smear your tentacles across it.
16?
Is not enough.
Wow.
Oh boy.
Crack to try opening the door. If you don't get it open, I can get him and can get out with him.
The door's pretty heavily sealed, hon. I'm trying to crack it open, but
You're hitting it with a sword.
I got
is what you're doing.
2-dimension doors. I can get in and out.
well, if you can get in there and get out. 'Cause
Well, I'm gonna
otherwise-
use dimension door and get into the room. I'll try to hit as central as possible.
Do you need line of sight for that? I don't think you do, right?
Nope.
No,
That
you
door
just
is
need
just
to
the
take-
distance you choose.
5 meters left or somewhere.
Yeah, she just needs to be very accurate with where she says she's gonna go.
And I can see down the corridor. I can be rather accurate.
Fair enough, yep. Yeah, I'll just clear that, that's fine.
I want a knife. I want me. I need to open the door. I can't open the door. You need to
The
drag
door's
me in.
locked. Oh,
Ah, okay. And then I'm gonna use the rest of my movement to get to Mervyn and tell him to hold on, we're gonna get out once I got my breath. We need to wait a turn.
Hold your breath. Gas, not good. Explosions, bad.
Okay.
Okay,
And I'm gonna hold my breath
right.
and wait for next turn.
In that case, you hear the hiss of the gas. Crackjaw,
Oh,
do you try and break open the door again?
sure. Slap, slap, and all that. Slap,
And it's a hit.
slap.
That's also a hit.
So roll twice for each.
Yes.
And then, oop.
Okay. Do me a con save. Yeah, you're fine.
What gas?
Anything else you're doing?
Well, everyone's getting to get caught in that fireball now.
Let's see. Oh, was my action? Do I have any bonus action shit? Oh. Also, we could get him out. Maybe with dissipation of gas, the explosion won't be so bad.
Or even bigger.
Oh boy.
I mean, it's not a compressed room full of gas anymore. So
No, but you
it
you
might-
have just
Oh,
introduced
just
oxygen
into
into
place.
into the thing. It'll be fine.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Alright, that's done.
Okay,
I don't know where the turn order's going, but
it's fine. Crapfum and Mervyn, do me a deck save.
Jesus Christ.
In can.
Oh boy.
Well.
Okay, yeah, I think, unless you've got another absorb element, you're out.
I only take
Oh,
half
God.
if I saved.
No, you take nothing, somehow.
Oh,
How are you
Oh,
doing this?
neat.
I do
A
still have
well-balanced
an
diet.
absorb elements.
It's the sprinkles. They
Mhm.
help.
So,
She
Uh,
leaps over the
do you want to
gas.
see my current HP, Val?
Yeah, I see your current HP. Oh wait, never mind. Crapfum, you take half.
Okay.
I was
Okay.
thinking that
So
was weird.
it's half. So it's
Yeah.
halved and halved again, because tiefling, unless... Are you?
Oh, it's fire damage, right?
Yep, it is fire damage.
Yeah, then it's only then I half and half it.
Oh, that's a whole 5.
I always forget I'm resistant to fire.
Okay, new round basically. Togo, you can smell gas.
It's gonna run out of gas eventually.
All right.
Right, Crap and Mervin, everyone else, what are you doing?
Dimension door us the fuck out of here.
Okay. Yeah.
Am I confident enough to dimension doors like to the bottom or top of the stairs?
You can go straight up and outside.
If I go too high, we drop.
To the entryway that you walk down into, I think you can. Yeah, I think you can do that. That should be fair enough. Yeah.
Then I'm gonna dimension door over there.
Yep.
With Mervin.
Yep. And with
And
that,
can't heal him. Nope. That's next round.
but first you probably get out of the friggin' current, right?
Yeah.
We got what we came for.
We
And
got
with
what we came
that,
for and some extra.
you leave the Iron Hands current behind. Let me quickly change the music to something else. Where's that? That will do.
Is Mervin still conscious?
Just barely.
Merwin's up!
Damn.
I'm still standing.
I don't think I have any lemons. I don't know if my spice pouch can do some lemons.
Yeah, it can.
It could definitely do some lemons. Then I can do lemons, yes.
But other than that,
Oh dear.
Well, I think we've accomplished something here.
Yep.
There you go, Merlin. That cure wounds is for you.
There.
And what did we learn about impatience? Young.
You literally told me to go in. We both checked for traps and neither of us saw anything.
Yeah,
Not my
I
fault.
wasn't finished yet, and you decided you wanted to go in, so I let you.
You said you were finished.
Did I say I was finished, or did I say go ahead?
You said go ahead. Ow.
Yeah,
Can we not
I'm
do
glad
this
you're up there.
again?
yeah. Yeah, I think the lesson is self-taught on this one.
On both of you.
What do you
You
mean?
both should learn a lesson from this.
Yeah, don't let the fish go first.
Maybe check the plate, check the floor in front of the door. Maybe.
It said I was
getting to
checking
it.
for traps. I was trying to be careful.
And don't tell someone to go in if you don't think they should go in.
I figured he was smart enough to know better, but apparently not. Jesus Christ, changed 1 HP in that? Yeesh.
Yep.
Oh,
If he would have been unconscious, the next question would be, is an unconscious person a willing creature?
I mean, it can't be an unwilling creature.
Because with Dimension Door, I can only take a willing creature with me.
Mm-hmm.
He can't technically refuse, so...
But he also
they
can't-
can't give consent either.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because that's what
So
I.
is an
When
unconscious ally a willing creature?
we had a fight where I couldn't use Dimension Door to take Togo and I out of it because Togo was knocked out.
I guess it's up to
remember
DM to pun us.
It was
But he
real
still had 1
early.
HP, so it's fine.
Yep. Everything is fine.
Just a little toasty.
Roll him down the hill back to the boat. It's fine.
Oh,
Did we did get what we came here for, right?
Yes.
I think Togo's just lugging around a big sword, so I'm assuming so, yes.
He sure is lugging around a big sword.
It is a nice looking sword, though.
It's my sport now.
Can you
We need
use
to
it?
give that back.
I can become the king of the gnolls.
I think you have to have a blood lineage for it to count. Do you have blood lineage in the Gnolls?
He does have blood.
Oh, yes, but does he have blood lineage to one of these noble folk? I think that's how their bullshit works.
Blood lineage ain't important.
Did they need that
It's important to people who give a shit, and apparently these folks give a shit.
I thought this word was to not worry about that.
Maybe. If you want to be king of the Gnolls, you got to show it to someone that you got it. So, go ahead, claim the Gnolls.
Not the gnolls, the gnolls.
Yes, the Gnolls.
No, not the Gnolls, the Gnolls.
No, not the Gnolls. The Gnolls. The Gnolls. You know.
No, I don't. Can you
Me
explain
either.
that again?
We got to go for the Gnolls.
Furry ones?
Wait, what? How did this go again?
Who's the gnolls?
Good question. Which Gnolls are we talking about again?
Also,
We're talking
The
about
Gnolls or
lady.
the Gnolls?
What was that lady you fought?
I don't know.
Which lady?
The one in
Oh,
the river.
I'm pretty sure that was Jiggle Tits. What was her name?
The Storm Maiden.
Storm
That
Maiden?
one, yeah. Judging by the fact she threw a spear that turned into fucking lightning. Something
Did you
tells
say
me that
Jingle
was her.
Tits?
Jiggle Tits, I think, is what it was.
Oh. I heard Dingle Tits like the Christmassy version of it.
Crackjaw's a crass man.
I mean, are you surprised?
No.
He's been calling the Black Dagger Black Nuts for a while.
Yeah, but it's still a bit different from Jingle Tits,
Yeah.
I think.
Anyways,
Anyway.
Anyways, back to the boat.
yep.
Yeah, so, Stormman showed up and ran away like a little bitch. Through
Yeah,
one
I
hole
go
of
away.
fog and lightning.
The other thing to remember, there was also the Iron Keep we could clear out. Not immediately after we rest, because I'm fucked up.
Ooh, and this sword will probably help with that, right? It's designed specifically against giants. I think that's what he said.
Well, we could go to the boat, identify what we've got, rest up, then go deal with giants.
We should rest before we go to the giants, yes.
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
please.
yes, please.
I don't have
Sorry.
enough food with me to keep you all standing.
I don't have enough spells. I kind of used all of them on not dying.
You can do that.
Yeah.
A whole boatload of fucking ghosts were such bastards. First those chunky boys, then Jiggle Tits, then whatever the hell that thing was that showed up that immediately suffered its foolish existence.
I don't know, it didn't do much.
No, I was expecting something a little more threatening out of a coffin that big.
But it was nice. I
just
told
sort
it
of-
to stay put, and it's stay put.
Yeah. It just sort of showed up to die. I feel kind of bad.
Well,
I mean,
it was already
was
dead.
already dead. Yeah.
Well, it showed up to re-die then. It liked it so much it did it twice.
Maybe you should try.
Now,
No.
Tony, buddy, honey, no.
How
I'll
about
go when I
boat, food, rest?
I mean, I've been rowing for like 5 minutes. We're almost at the boat, so I was assuming that was the plan.
Seems like it. Anyways, you arrive back at the boat. Well, the rowboat in any case. row back out to the boat after that.
Has the ship been accosted by storm maiden forces while we were gone?
It has not.
Good. I would have been kind of pissed. Not gonna lie.
Yep.
Yeah, well.
How about we eat some grilled fish for dinner?
Ooh.
Oh,
Yeah. Mm.
How does Mervyn feel about
And in a
that?
mood, don't know why.
There's something in the air tonight that just speaks to me. Grilled fish. Well, anyway, first things first. Better show what we got to the captain. So to the captain we go.
Oh, you're back. Did you find what we were looking for? The sword?
Yeah, Togo, if you'd be so kind.
That sure is an odd looking sword,
Soul
but
sword.
yep, that's gotta be it, right? Any other swords in there?
No,
Okay.
not that we saw. We did find the storm maiden in there trying to get to this, so odds are pretty damn high this is the one. Turns out that bitch can throw lightning bolts, so she's kind of like everyone else in this team.
See, well,
She's also a coward, because she immediately ran away when I went and said hi.
Just see the captain furrow her brow a little bit. So she was trying to take over the Knolls then.
Well, she did shout, "Get it for Tentrix," so that's an assumption. A pretty high likely one, though.
Didn't we find a parchment?
Where? Soggy ass
With
piece
a
of paper
location?
that I found. Yeah, somewhere with a some sort of maelstrom.
She
Stand out to
puts
the
the parchment on the table, just flattens it out, looks at it for a bit. This is a map of currents, I think. Somewhere. The amount of rocks, I wouldn't want to sail wherever this is without this. I'd put good money on it that this is the approach to Tentrix's lair. If only we could find this place.
Well, I think unless she has a constant ready memory, I think she just fucked herself by leaving this in our hands. Unless she has duplicates.
It certainly will be coming in useful, I think. Right, was that all you found?
Oh,
Merwin's put the
I've got
piles
the
of
hat.
coins.
I just put the hat on the table and just have it. But how do you actually get everything out of here at once? Because you tip it upside down and it's fine.
I think you just asked really nicely.
You pull the lining out of the hat.
Okay. Just put it on the table. Start yanking it inside out, I guess.
There's a lot more stuff in there than what you had found in the tomb, right?
Yep.
Okay, you're gonna trash up the captain's place. Fair enough, yep, okay. All the stuff comes out.
Well, why is this full of potions?
It's my fucking hat. Moen leaves the captain's quarters.
Well, this is certainly a lot of stuff, but I don't think you found all this stuff here. You should really give him his hat back. And get this crap out of here.
I toss in everything I can find that I'm reasonably sure was not part of that tomb. On the plus side, a lot of money, some good armor, which is... I don't know if you or any of the crew can actually wear this, but it's made the same stern stuff I'm wearing, just less. And this weird-ass boat thing that we might need a resident expert to have a look at some point.
Aye, aye. Right, call in the 3 of the lads to help me count all this coin up.
Hello, Captain.
See if any of the crew or any of the away party want the scale mail, otherwise bring it back and we'll get it sold.
Okay.
Not sure about the boat, to be honest. Might be good to have in an emergency. I guess give it to Mervyn for now.
I'd say have Sol figure out what it actually does first.
I mean, fair.
Seems to be...
Fair.
Well, I suppose Merlin can do that too as well, I think.
Yeah, and he's the boat person.
True. You know, whichever one... Sol, did you want to have a look at it, or are you tapped out for the day?
Well, I can ritually do it. You got 10 minutes?
I mean, I have to go find Merlin, so you can do that while I'm hunting him down.
Alright. Yeah, I'll do a little identify on the armor. See
The
what-
armor? Okay, sure.
The boat.
Or not the armor. What are we doing? What are we doing?
The boat. The weird little
Boat.
boat.
Oh,
thing.
boat. We're on boat. Yeah.
Boat.
Identify boat.
Okay, sure enough. It is a folding boat. I can put the description in here. Well, what the item does, I mean. There we go. That's a lot of text. Well, it is a box with a boat in it. Does what it does on the tin.
You can make a boat of various sizes. Okay.
However, there's a little bit special about this boat. It's got a dragon
There's
head,
also a-
and it cannot sink.
Ooh. Okay.
Nice. Oh. Off I go in search of fish.
Fish is not hard to find.
I'll just walk up on him, plunk the hat on. You alright?
Ah, giving it back to me, I see. You sure you don't
Yeah.
want to keep it?
No, why?
Moen just goes into his cabin and closes the door on Crackjaw.
Well, that could have gone better. Anyways, what are you doing?
Well, I guess I'll see if any of the crew can even use it, the armor. And if not, I'll just head back and let the captain know it's money for later.
Yep, easy enough to do. The crew basically turns you down. It's too heavy to wear on a boat, to be honest. Not even
Yeah.
Bob wants it.
Oh, doesn't want it? Damn, it would look spiffing in a nice suit of armor. Oh well.
What kind of armor is it? Out of curiosity, scale mail, right?
Yep, scale mail.
Heavy.
That's medium armor, right?
Heavy. The scale.
No, it's medium.
Oh, it's medium.
It's
The
still-
scale was heavy. I'm right, like you're splint.
You're
Might be
thinking of
Splint.
Splint, that is correct.
So medium is still too heavy.
Yep, it's AC 14, Dex max of 2.
And did you
45
correct stuff that's made of
pounds.
the same metal? Oh, shit. It's up there.
Yep. Made of adamantine. Well, coated in it in any case.
A lot of adamantine showing up in this campaign, I'm noticing.
True.
Hmm. Maybe we can make a boat out of it.
You can try.
I think we need a bit more.
Hmm. And the amount showing up, we might be able to coat some of the important parts with it. Hmm. We still have those adamantine ingots in stock.
Nope, we used it all to make your armor.
Oh. I thought we used theirs.
No, we provided the materials, that's why it was so cheap. And we did most of the labor as well.
Damn. Imagine putting adamantine plates on the ship.
Not too late now. Anyways, well, none of the crew want the armor. I'm guessing Saul's gonna look at the sword too.
Sure.
It is indeed a
I have
giant Slayer greatsword. It's a +1 weapon and it deals more damage against giants.
How much more?
Well, it does an extra 2d6 against creatures of the giant type.
Hmm.
And for every successful attack, they need to make a strength saving throw or fall prone.
Hmm. Effectively double damage. Interesting.
Yep. But only against giants.
But does it require attunement?
It is a magical weapon, but it doesn't... I don't think it does it? I don't see anything about attunement on here, so no.
Right. At least we can just bring it with us. Beat the shit out of the Fomorians inside that colony and leave.
Anyways, you all settle in for the night, and the crew does like a watch schedule because you're so close to shore, just to keep an eye out. But nothing untoward happens during the night, and you all get a long rest in.
That's all. There's no long rest on, is there?
And now in the morning, you have to decide what you want to do. Are you gonna go straight back to Rogersheim, or are you gonna try and assault the Iron Keep?
Hmm. So I can't help but notice we are in a interesting development of a situation here. We have a weapon designed specifically for hunting giants, and there's a castle full of them right nearby.
Is the microphone in front of your face?
Sorry, I was looking at something over here.
Indeed.
I take it
I
you
mean,
didn't
what
hear
would
anything
we
I said.
get? No, we heard it, which is quiet. What would you get? What would we get from attacking the Iron Keep?
Well, for one thing, it's a keep. Which means it's a central world for a lot of people around here who would probably be incredibly grateful that we removed a giant threat to the entire island.
A
Two,
giant threat.
second, keeps tend to have stuff in them. Which means we have looters' rights if we clear out the threat. Outside of that, maybe they've got prisoners that need rescuing. Maybe they've got other stuff. Who knows? But what I do know is, keeps that stuff. Giants are a problem for everyone in the Moodshay right now. Sometimes you've got to work ahead of your pay.
Do we have anything time sensitive we need to take care right now?
Stopping Centrix from releasing a eldritch entity upon the universe. But other than that, nothing that I'm aware of.
And wait, is the Storm Maiden at the Iron Keep? No, she's a different issue.
Yeah, apparently she hasn't been seen around there. She's just somewhere being a nuisance. And if she is there, well,
What you learned about the Iron Keep so far is that there's a lot of Fomorians, led by some sort of Etin. They keep throwing rocks at passing ships. And the druid you mentioned something about them trying to foul the Moonwells? Whatever that means.
What's a Moonwell?
that's that thing that the druid used to peer into the everything
Oh.
to see. Yeah, that's how we know about the Shoggoth, I believe it's called. And how we have to go down to Flamstead. Was it Flamstead we have to go down to get powder shit to see it? At least from my understanding.
That about sums it up. Yep.
Oh. They're, as far as we know, they're at least in tandem with Tantrix's bullshit, we think. They're a threat to the entire Moonshow by being a complete pain in the ass, and they're holding a fort that could be just brimming with stuff we can sell.
Do me a quick intelligence check, Crackjaw. Can you put 2 and 2 together and get 4? Let's find out.
No, I'm gonna get 3.
Oh my
never mind, I
god.
got 22.
Well, there was these weird creatures fighting the Fomorians outside the tomb that you just raided. And inside was the Storm Maiden. They might not be 100% aligned with each other. Possibly, if the Shramples are on Tentrix's side.
I forgot about the Shramples, I'm not gonna lie.
Well, you might have done, Crackjaw hasn't.
Huh. So,
Well, if you
they're
want to
Wait,
attempt the Iron Keep, I will not stop you, but it's up to you.
Here's a thought. Who feels like they could bargain down giants? They're not technically aligned with Tentrix. If they're fighting each other, maybe they could fight for us. If my reasoning goes, so if you defeat the leader of a giant tribe, are they more amicable or are they just more hostile?
I suppose it would depend on the tribe.
See, I've only ever known Fomorians to be, I guess in the kindest term I can think of, pack mules. They were laborers, and as you saw, not often for people of money, for people of point.
Usually involved a lot of shackles.
Yeah. Now, Eton, if they're led by an Eton, that is an interesting thing, because Etons aren't too bright either. At least from past experience. Kind of like ogres in a sense, just more duplicitous in their nature. They can be bargained with, but it takes some real strong word work to get them to see the logic in their mind that it's a good idea. Because they are... simple is such a basic word. Their interests are self-aligned. Very, very self-aligned. So, I'm going to open a question to all of you. Is it worth finding out what they know? Or is it, would you prefer we just wipe them off the face of Faerû? Because they actively seem to be opposing Tentrix to a degree.
What do you plan to spend them with them?
I suppose that depends on how simple the Eton is. If he's a real dumbass, we can use spoils of war if we use them against Tentrix. But if there's a little more cunning in it, we might need immediate payment. I suppose it just depends if we want to go there in a quote-unquote, I don't want to say peaceful or commercially agreeable stance.
I mean, they've been hurling boulders at anybody who just happens to sail past. I would find it very unlikely that we'd be able to just calmly walk up and start negotiating with a bunch of giants who don't particularly seem open to discussion.
Yes, but that so far is just, as far as we know, man, the Fomorians, if they're led by an entity that's not of their own, that implies the entity is either really strong or really smart. Giants, as far as I can guess, probably the former. Especially if it's an N. So he's either really simple and easy to trick, or he's a threat to everyone and needs to go.
I mean, this all comes down to if you can actually communicate with them.
Sure, does anyone speak giant?
No.
No.
Just me then. Okay. Shit.
I think it's a bad idea.
The talking or the murdering? I mean, cleansing.
The talking is a bad
The
idea.
talking. So what's your vote? I'm guessing not commerce, it's either eradication or ignoring.
I mean, if there is a reward to be had, and it would be helpful to the people around here to uproot them
I mean,
from
that's
the
also
Iron
true.
Keep,
We don't necessarily
Then-
have to eradicate. We could disperse them.
sure.
So that's 4 options, technically. Do we all have a preference on this? Ignore, eradicate, commerce, or dispersal?
Ignore.
Okay. We've got ignore.
Isn't your druid friend the person who kinda sent us to the Iron Keep?
No, he sent us to Flunstead. He just mentioned that these particular Fomorians are fucking around with his stuff. So I guess in a way it helps the druid friend.
I don't really have a preference, and I only caught half of this whole conversation.
There, so that's 2 for ignore.
No, that's one for I don't care.
That's ignore in the end. Soul?
Yeah, okay, let's go with that.
Okay, so 2 for ignore. Soul?
Yeah, I'll go with the group, but either ignore or destroy. I don't think it's going to be a good discussion, shall we say, if someone rolls up. I think no.
Okay, so 10 choice ignore / eradicate then. Or dispersal. Wes? Mr. Breeze. You've got your you've wrapped your mouth again, mate.
What?
The Fomorians and Iron Keep, what is your preference of objective? Ignore, eradicate, or attempted... That's the word I'm looking for. Bargaining?
Communication.
Communication.
Ignore.
Nope. That's 3 to 4 for ignore. I mean, the overall consensus so far is max 4 for ignore, so... Merwin? I'm assuming if you have a preference.
Nah.
Yeah, well, ignore it is. Alright, Captain, I suppose...
Fair enough. Let's go drop off this sword then.
Well, let's leave them be. Not our business.
Right, so you leave Omen's Isle behind and sail to Rogersheim. Doesn't take overly long. Seas are calm. So how do you transport this sword through the settlement?
Oh, I assume I'm still carrying it around. It's too big to put in my bag.
Fair enough.
But shouldn't we hide it? Shouldn't the story be the daughter found it and claimed it, and not we did it and just gave it to her?
I mean, I don't know if it really matters, but probably should. It would make sense for...
Can you hide it somewhere?
I mean, I could wrap it.
You could ask Marvin if he wants to put it in his hat.
Well, we can do that.
Does Merwin want to put it in his hat?
Sure, take it. Just gonna give Togo his hat and wander back below decks.
I don't need your hat, I just need to put it in there.
Merwin has already gone and left you with his hat. He wandered back below decks.
Okay, I guess he doesn't want to come with.
Guess I'll drop it in the hat.
Yep, you put the sword in the hat.
Alright, I guess we, I guess we can take it over to the Elder.
I would split up and check out the market for some food. I don't think you need me with the Elder.
Fair enough. Do you want to take someone with you?
I don't think I need protection in this village. It doesn't really look very threatening.
The village? No. But, in case the Storm Maiden shows up and tries to pick us off when we're separated.
I don't think she cares that much. And I only go to the market and then straight back to the boat.
Yeah, fair enough. If there's anyone who knows how to get out of a tight spot quick, it's you and Soul. Alright, fair enough.
Alright. Hang on a second, I need to ascertain a question I've been asked. Craftsman, you use your spoon to cast, right? Is like an arcane focus for you?
Yes, my one spoon has a Ruby of the War Mage, which makes it an arcane focus.
In that case, the answer to the question I was asked is yes.
Interesting.
Anyways, right, Craftsman, you head down to the local market. Well, what's left of it in any case. Good bit of fish on display. Some local produce, mostly root vegetables. And some jars of a tart jam they make from the berries growing on these islands.
Ooh, the jam sounds intriguing. Then first I'm gonna try to procure some of the jam.
Yep. Easy enough to do. Well, they'll sell you some. How much do you want of the stuff, is the question.
That's just for me. The jam, I think.
Okay.
First needs to taste it.
Like a silver piece gets you a jar.
4 jars then.
Okay.
I just call it jar of jam.
Yep. That's fine.
And then I'm going to look for a stall which sells me either live fish or very fresh squid or octopus.
Oh, okay. Would they be catching squid? I don't see why not. Should be an okay climate for it. Do you want live squid or do you want dead squid?
The squid can be dead. I think that should work.
Okay, you can find some squid. Live fish, more difficult.
Then squid.
Some squid, eh? How much squid are you buying?
How big are they?
Like, they range in size from, like, fairly small to quite large. Like, 2 or 3 of the big ones might feed the entire crew large.
Mhm.
I'll go with I wanted to test something, so just 4 smaller ones.
That would be about
So
enough
that
for, like,
two
two
might
people.
make like a decent meal. Yep.
Yep. Let's see here. If it's just, like, a meal for one person, ingredients for that would be, like, maybe... Yeah, about a silver piece for the 4 of them.
Yep. And lemon I have on the boat. Fresh lemon. Or I can get from a spice bag.
Yes.
Right, then I got everything and I'm gonna go back to the kitchen.
Oh, fair enough.
And I'm gonna test out some food with the 2 squids first.
Alright. In that case, I think Correctia, Togo, and Sol are heading towards Ralt the Wise's castle, I presume? Maybe Wes too?
Yeah.
Yep.
Right, yep, you arrive, you get shown back to the room with Ralt the Wise. Ah, you've returned. Did you obtain the sword?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I'll pull it out from the hat. Is it this one?
Aye,
It's the only one we found.
that is the ancestor's sword. With that in hand, my granddaughter might rule the Norls until her dying days. You've done us a great service. We can't offer you any payment beyond what you found in the tomb, however, the friendship of the Norls is yours.
Well, now that you said that,
Is there something we can do for you?
how would you like to get even with the Storm Maiden on a degree? Because we kind of ran into her while we were there.
Ah, she had the same idea then.
Of a sort, she took 2 steps in and ran off crying, basically. Honestly, I thought a great tactician was meant to be more threatening, where she threw a whole 1 bolt of lightning and then ran off.
Well, I guess she wasn't expecting you.
No one expects us from chuckle nuts. All the same. See, if you find out where she is, we wouldn't mind removing her from the table, so to speak. If you don't, how would you like to get even with her boss?
Her boss?
Hmm.
What, you mean like Amber Lee?
No, not her faith of material. She serves under a captain.
A captain, eh?
A captain that's causing a bit of a ruckus everywhere he goes and is bringing a lot of captains under his stead, forming, I believe they call it the Black Armada, a rather threatening pirate legion, which she's a part of now, supposedly.
I see. Hmm. And, where is this pirate exactly?
That's the thing. We're on the hunt. We have a notion and a map of territory around, or at least heading towards his current location. Unfortunately, we do not know exactly, which is why we're kind of after these captains to try and triangulate where he is. Mr. Breeze, did you keep the map with you, or is it still with the captain? Mr. Breeze, are you with us?
Did Vase even leave the ship?
I don't know.
I guess not.
I guess not.
In that case,
Did
you've
we
left
keep the map?
the parchment with the captain, I'm presuming.
Oh. Oh, fortunately, we left the parchment with the captain. But, here's my proposal. Do you have any way of getting messages over distance?
Nay. And it might take a while to get the scattered fleet together. It would need some time for my granddaughter to settle her reign, so to speak.
Well, all I'd ask, if only for a bit of personal satisfaction on your part, is should the time come, if you find out where the Storm Maiden's camping out, or in lieu of that, we find Tentrix, maybe send some extra help our way so we can clear a path to get rid of this pain in the throat. Whatever you can
that
spare.
we can do.
I appreciate it. Well, I think that's all settled now, unless am I forgetting anything sold or anything particularly important I'm supposed to ask while I'm here since we've done this? Anything you can think of?
No? Thought we were just delivering the sword.
Well, if the time comes, then we'll find a way to get in contact with you. We're really good at that. But if you can't get in contact with us immediately, there's a good liaison that we know of.
Well, you fly the Lord's Alliance flag.
That's true. I suppose if you manage to do it, either deliver news to any of the Lord's Alliance, and I'm sure at some point they'll get it back to us. Or we'll do the same. I'll find a way to inform you of a nice little bit of personal revenge, I feel.
Aye.
Well then, until that day.
Till
Be
that
well.
day. Same to you.
Alright. Let's go see a random island, shall we?
It's not random. It's the one with Flamster who lives in.
Lampstone is the island.
Wasn't it Flamster's island?
I thought it was just the island of Lampstone.
And Flamster is the one who we need to meet, right?
Wasn't it?
Sounds correct.
Well then, in lieu of any particular matters, I suppose let's find out about this powder that's meant to let us perceive beyond. Shall
Well,
we?
I guess you make your way back towards the boat. An uneventful trip back. So you set sail for Flamstead?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Which route do you want to take?
I suppose that's up to Mr. Breeze. That is kinda his forte.
True, true. Where's?
Yes.
Yes.
The question has come up, which route do you want to take to sail to Flamstead? There is a route that sails past Tinagal down here, and through this, what would you call this?
Hello?
Like it's like
Body of water.
yeah, this, through this body of water, fair enough. So the other route is north of Kaer Moreh and then south from there.
Neither. Let's go past Snowdown.
Past Snowdon? That works.
And underneath Gwyneth.
That would work, yeah. So you would sail back around Omen's Isle, past Kithis again, and south and west from there.
Yeah, because we kind of know what to expect with those.
True, true. See, that's why you're the navigator. Checks out. Anyways,
Question: do we go the south around Obertal, or do we sail past Iron Keep and get rocks thrown at us?
is that really a question?
Shit.
How far can they throw rocks?
Not very far.
Probably not
We're
that
throwing
far.
at fast and shit.
But they would definitely mark your passing if you sail like through there. Even if you're outside the rock range.
We could go under Omen's Isle,
Yep.
over Gwyneth, down past Snowdon, and underneath Gwyneth to get to Flamstead.
Alright. Should take you about a day and a half to get there. Is there anything anyone wants to do while on the boat?
Captain would like to test the theory.
Alright.
If the squid, if poured over with fresh lemon juice, starts moving again.
I believe that's soy.
I don't know.
It should work with lemon as well. It just needs to be acidic, I think.
I think it would, possibly.
Well, she got 2 squids to try it on,
Mm-hmm.
and if she manages, then she's gonna try to find like a nice little bowl she can put the lemon juice in, and put the squid on some rice or something she has, and then bring it to Mervyn to cheer him up.
Okay, okay.
Would Moen have finished his thing by this point? Shouldn't take him too long.
Wouldn't take super long, but yeah, you that should work out. Yeah.
And
He's
you
gonna
throw for
knock
it,
at his
or-
door.
You'd probably open it up a crack.
I brought you some food.
Okay. He'd open up the door. Let Crackfin in.
It's rice and squid, and you need to pour the lemon over the squid. And then enjoy.
Okay.
Is there even anywhere I can put this?
Oh. Probably not. There's probably like a small space on the floor. He'd probably sit down cross-legged and put the bowl on.
Hope you like it. Hope it cheers you up.
Thank you. I made a thing.
You
And
make a lot of things.
yes.
He would head over to his desk where you can see a bunch of just wood shavings and things everywhere. And one fancily carved wooden spoon, which he hands to you.
It's pretty.
I know
Thank you.
cast with your other one. If you want,
Yeah,
I
this
think
whole
I
thing.
can make that cast a little bit better. Or if you can make that one cast, I can make the pretty one cast things a little bit better.
I should be yeah, I can switch to attunement. I can take the ruby off and put it on a new one, so. Yeah, I think I can make the pretty one my special one. I think I just need to move this gem from the old spoon to the pretty one. Thank you.
Thank you for coming to get me. Sorry.
You got us up, you got me up more than enough. You always stand in front of us and take the hits. Of course I come to get you.
He sort of just nods at you, gives you a small hug if you'll let him.
Yeah, she's gonna hug him back. Enjoy your food. And I'm gonna enjoy this spoon. That sounds weird. I'm gonna go now.
Okay. Thank you.
And mechanically wise, if I unattune from the stone, it falls off the item it was on, then I can reattune it on the fancy spoon.
Yep.
That's what she's gonna do.
And then Moen will, as soon as he can, make it an enhanced arcane focus on the spoon.
So it's a +1 spoon.
It's a +1 spoon. You get
Indeed.
+1 to attack rolls with it, spell attack rolls with it, and spell attacks ignore half cover.
Thank you.
Which I think applies to knife.
Yes. And if Mervin pulls the lemon over the squid, it starts to move.
How does Mervin
Because he
feel
told her he
about
likes
that?
everything that moves. He told her that his favorite meal is anything that moves. That's why she went through all of this.
Oh, okay, I get it, I get it.
Hmm.
Ah, of course it is. Of course she would do it like that. Okay, get it.
Her backup plan was to get a dead fish and just move it around the room with Mage Hand. That sounded even worse, so she really hoped plan A would work.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I think Moen's just sat cross-legged on the floor and just munching away.
He probably doesn't even get that it's something that moves, and that's why she made it like that. Fair enough.
No, but he's happy he got food. So it still worked.
Yep, yep.
Yeah, necromancy could have worked as well.
Oh my
Don't
god.
give her ideas.
Oh no!
She's gonna learn necromancy just to make Merwin his favorite food.
Oh my
Raised dead
god.
on a random fish.
That'd be very funny. Well, a day and a half later, you arrive at Flamstead. In the southwest of the Moonshay Isles is a small barren island named Flamstead. The island is barely inhabited, with only a few fishing communities on the eastern coast of the island where grass still grows. Further inland and on the western coast, the island is a bleak wasteland. No plant save tough brown grass grows on the sandy soil, and few animals frequent the land save for colonies of seabirds which enjoy the lack of human disturbance.
This is where we're meant to go, right?
If this is Flamster, yeah.
What the hell are we looking for out here?
Flamster? I think.
The captain comes out on deck and squints over at the island, fades her eyes a little. Well, nothing stands out to me. Well, some of you lot get over there and ask the locals.
Alright. Do we want a full foray for this, or do you want me to just take a couple of the crew to look around?
It's up to you to decide, I think.
I mean, the way team needs a break, I think. Powders!
Yes, boss?
How do you feel like going for a bit of a jog?
A jog?
Good.
Jog where?
Who knows with this place, but let's go for a walk.
Right.
I don't think I've seen you off this boat since I got on here.
I go off boat now and again, on days off.
Well, let's you and me take a walk around. Anyone else feel like going for a bit of a walk?
I'll go.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sure.
Soul tosses on
Where
a
to?
little mage armor before getting anywhere close to getting off the boat.
It's a good habit to get into.
Understandable.
Yep.
I'll do the same.
Anyone else feel like going for a walk?
What kind of a walk? And how long? Do we need food?
I don't know. We gotta find locals. We gotta figure out where this Flamstead is.
Local, so we need food. Good. I'm gonna pack some pastries.
Ooh. Nice.
For the locals.
Sure. Mr. Breeze, you want to come with, or do you want to stick with the boat today? Gonna assume your solemn silence says you want to stay with the boat. Understandable. Well, where you at, bud?
Right here.
Hey, bud. We're going for a walk to try and find this flamestone. It's not really a big foray, but do you want to come with anyway and have a look around, or do you want to stick with your boat for a while?
If you don't need me, I'll stick on the boat.
We could always need you, but if you'd rather stay, then you can stay. I'm not really forcing anyone to go on this one except for Powders.
I still don't get why you're doing this, but sure.
What? I felt like you and I could use a walk.
Right,
We never talk anymore.
right.
I mean, if you really don't want to come, you can stay. I just thought you'd like a walk.
I don't mind.
Well, if you don't mind, then which do you prefer, boat or walk?
Shrugs.
Why is everyone so indecisive about their fates?
It's just a wall. It's not your fate.
Why not? I mean, everyone here is plagued by indecision. Either you want to do something or you don't.
Do you?
Yes. I want to go. If you don't
Well,
know what
go.
you're doing, then you're doing nothing.
Captain, is this an away team mission or is it just a small, quick recon?
It's just to ask the locals where this flamstone is that we're looking for.
Then I'll stay on the boat.
Don't expect too much trouble.
Like I said, it's just a foray. It's not really an away mission, so anyone can come, anyone can go. But if you want to come, you gotta say so we can take you with us. But you want to stay? That's fine. Alright. Anyone going? Let's
I said I was
head
going to
on
stay.
out.
I thought you had.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. Like, those who want to come, they come. Those who want to stay, by all means, do what you will. Alright, so Togo, Sol, Krapfen, you're coming, I guess?
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe you'll find something interesting to cook in. I don't know, maybe we'll find what we're looking for, maybe we won't. Alright. Let's make a trip of this, I guess.
Right? Oh. Now I see why you wanted me to come along. Guess I'll be rowing then.
What do you mean? I'm rowing. I've got to keep up the fitness, man. I just wanted you to come along so you can have a break. I know you've been putting your hours in. If you don't want to come, you don't have to.
No, it's fine. Right, so you get in the rowboat. And you start heading
Yep.
towards shore.
Oh.
Right. Well, the island is only sparsely populated. You see fishing huts here and there. Lines of fish drying on on racks. Overall, a fairly isolated place.
Honestly, I don't know what the hell we're supposed to be looking for out here, Sol.
I don't know.
Are
Nothing,
there any people
nothing
walking
screams
around?
wizard at you. Well, looking around, well, past like a couple of fishing boats out in the bay. Could try and start knocking on huts, I guess.
Okay, I'll do that.
Sure.
No short walk along the beach. You come to one of the huts. Knock on the door.
Yep.
Who is it?
Hey,
What are you?
I'm Togo. I'm looking for someone who can make powder here. To see things.
Powder? No idea.
Yeah, like a wizard or something.
A wizard. Wizard. Just narrows his eyes at you. This wizard got a name?
Flamstered is the only name we got.
Ugh. Just gives you the sign of the evil eye. Starts closing the door. If you're looking for that kind of
Wait.
trouble,
Can you at least point us?
right? Comes out the door. And he points southwest. Out into the ocean. There. Go there. And then slams the door on you and leaves.
Well, that was
Well, Yes, I
gentlemanly.
would go southwest.
Okay, southwest is the ocean. Did he tell you how far?
Do you see anything there?
You see nothing but the rolling waves.
I guess he would be under the water.
Why is it always under the goddamn water? Why is it never just a simple guy on land? Should we pester another local, see if they give the same directions? Who knows? Maybe
Yeah,
the
maybe
point
he
is
lied.
northeast. Maybe he's just talking ass and he's telling us to fuck off.
Looking around the beach. Further to the south, you see an old woman knitting some nets.
That's a start. So anyone who doesn't look like they're trying to rip her face off want to give it a go.
Yes.
I mean, we're all strangers on a very small island.
Yeah, some of us are stranger than others.
I got pastries.
You
Because
do
I'm
like
gonna
it.
go over there.
Okay. She notes that you approach her. After talking to one of her neighbors, quote unquote.
Hmm.
Hello, dearie. Do you like some fish?
Oh, I love some fish. Would you like to trade? I got some pastries. Freshly baked. And I hold one out to her.
She gives you a smile without any teeth. I don't think I will, dearie.
Oh my god, she's golden.
They are soft enough.
I lost my last tooth over 15 years ago. I guess, if you're sure, and she takes it and gums it. Tastes nice enough. Hands you a piece of like a dried fish.
Does it look like ready to eat right now, or is it like prepare it and then eat it?
It's a dried fish. You'd have to prepare it first.
Okay. Thank you. Do I recognize the kind of fish?
It's a pretty common sea fish. You're not quite sure
It's
what
a-
type. It's kind of like brown and leathery in this form.
Okay, fish.
Maybe hake.
And what brings you to this little isle? I was gonna say fine, but nothing about this isle is fine.
It looks nice enough,
And you
and the
haven't
fish
been
look nice.
you haven't been to the west, have you?
No, I'm coming from the east. What's in the west? Should I be wary of it?
Eh, nothing there now. Just a wasteland. She spits in the sand. Wizard used to live there. Flamstead's his name. Not there anymore now, though.
What happened to him?
Well, he left, from as he tells it. One of his apprentices got unruly. Well, and now there's just a wasteland.
When did that happen?
I still had 3 teeth then. So 30 years ago.
Interesting.
Counting ancient teeth, it's hilarious. Did he leave the island? Or
I
did he stay?
left the island. Took his tower with him, too.
His whole tower.
Yeah,
Just-
flew that away. She points southeast. And plunged, and she does like a big splashing motion. Right into the sea.
So his tower is now floating on the sea or beneath the sea?
Well, it went down and it never came up.
Why is it always wizards that are so weird? Well, thank you. Would you like? I have more pastries. Would you like another? As a thanks.
She looks at the somewhat uneaten pastry she still has that's covered in spit. Well, this will last me a while, dearie.
Yeah, I don't really have anything else. I could give her lavender. No. Thank you for the fish and for the story. I'll make sure to stay away from the west, from the wasteland.
Aye, aye. Well, you have a good day, dearie.
You too, and a good big catch. And I'm gonna wander back to the rest. So the man was telling the truth. Flamstead up and left with his tower, flew south west, and just plunged in the sea and never came back up.
It's everything.
Like 30
I'm
years
gonna-
ago,
30.
after
Does
his
anyone?
apprentice got unruly.
What the hell does that mean?
I don't know. The west is apparently a wasteland. The west of this island.
Okay. Did she say how far out we have to go?
I mean, I would say since they saw that it plunged, it can't be too far.
I mean, if it's within eyesight, that could be literal miles. Depends on how big the tower is, I guess.
It was a tower. I would guess it's big.
Then, yeah, it could be literal miles out that way. Can you... I don't suppose you're in her good graces enough to ask her how far.
I don't think she would remember. She's counting years in teeth.
Oh. Yeah, that's never a good sign. Well, she remembered enough, I guess.
Well, we can take the boat and check.
I mean, Togo and Mervyn are good swimmers. We could ask them to scout the water.
I'm not sure how well that would go. Like, salvaging a river was one thing. Salvaging the ocean to find a tower in a general vicinity, that's gonna take a while without, well, pinpoint location or a way to pinpoint it.
It's a tower, it should be pretty visible.
And the water is clear enough to see?
It's the ocean. You guys have seen how bad it gets within, like, 20 feet? If this thing's a tower, unless the top of it's sticking like a foot under the water, it's probably at the base. Unless it's just a random tower floating. Which makes it harder if it's a tower floating somewhere in the general vicinity of the ocean. It could be 100 feet deep, it could be 2,000 feet deep. Who knows how deep the ocean gets around here? Or how far out we have to look. That's a lot of ground to look for without a way to look for it.
Soliana, don't you have any spells that find things? Can't you use magic?
I have to be fairly close.
No.
And it's not something I don't have a large range on that, unfortunately.
Unless we want to use trolling.
We could ask one of the fishermen if there's any kind of spots out in the ocean they avoid because it might damage their boats.
Ooh, an anomalous area, yeah.
Yeah, like, or not necessarily anomalous, but like that if there might be some underwater islands or things like that that are marked on their fishing maps as a hazard.
Ooh,
that might be a place to start.
Like shallow reefs and that sort of thing.
Yeah. That might give us at least, if they have anything, that might be sort of a general place to start.
I mean, you're onto a good thing, though. We could just ask if a fisherman knows where he is. Because if anyone's going to know what's out in the ocean in this local vicinity, it would be the fisherman.
I mean, that's assuming they, like, that they just saw the wizard do the tower go into the water, and
maybe they've
it might just be so, like, it might just be put on a map as a hazard, water hazard, not anything specific.
Maybe they snagged their nets on the tower or something.
Yeah, but they wouldn't necessarily, unless they got under the water, they wouldn't know it was a tower. They just know there was a water hazard there. So.
All right. Well, nothing to do but check. Is there even any fishermen out at this time of day? They're probably already out. They probably won't be back till.
Looking out across the bay, you spot like a few, like just like an old man sitting in a boat, like with a fishing rod. Not like fisher, just fisher.
Okay. Yep. Now that I think about it, I'm not sure if these folk are the kind to do trawl fishing. They might literally be like that old fella out there and just fish. I suppose he's a good
The lady
start.
I've talked to had a net.
But did she have like a land net or did she have a fishing net? Like the land net.
How should I know?
Well, was she throwing it,
Was
or
a
was
net.
she walking out and catching it to a boat and dragging it across the area?
She was fixing it.
Okay, how big?
I don't know, it wasn't a pile in front of her. I cook fish, I don't catch fish.
There.
Here, I'll hand you 2 pastries. Now it's your turn to talk. Be nice. Smile, maybe.
His smile is horrific.
Good luck.
Yeah.
You're gonna need it.
What?
Nothing.
Well, I chow down on one and start heading towards. Is there any fishermen on land, or are they all out to port?
None on the beach as far as you can see.
Any within 30 seconds of flight distance?
No. No, you'll have to take the rowboat out.
Well, anyone want to come with while I go and try not to terrorize a local fisherman with tales of a Leviathan or something?
I'll come.
Okay.
I'm gonna watch from afar.
You know good about fishermen. Any of these seem like the kind of sort that actually fish beyond this coast?
No. See
Yeah.
what they have in their boats.
Yeah, well, I guess I'm gonna start doing drive-bys of people in boats to see if any of them look like they're fishing more than just 5 feet from the coast.
Well, Togo, usually it's the young men that go fishing out very far, and the old men then stay closer. But it's usually the old men who know what's up.
Just ask anyone, really.
Alright, well, the old man's closest from what I can tell, so we'll start with him. Let's get
Okay,
that
so-
cardio in.
So you just row out towards the old man in the boat?
Yep.
Well, it doesn't take you long. The old man sees you approach and just looks kind of worried at you. You're an ugly bastard, aren't you? What you want?
Thank you. We're looking for that weird wizard who vanished 30 odd or something years ago. Apparently his tower pissed off into the ocean here. Don't suppose you know roughly where it was?
He gives you the sign of the evil eye. Well,
I could do that too. I give him a really nasty one back. Yeah, it's not as impressive whenever I can do it, is it? What do you do? Go on.
Well, looks you over a second. I can show you for a price.
How much?
Use the pastry.
Hang on, I need to look something up.
How ballsy does he want to be with this weird half-bird dragon man and a rabbit on a boat?
Rabbit is actually gonna jump off the boat.
Please carve holes in his boat. Give him a reason.
Wasn't there a price for renting a rowboat somewhere?
I think it's under. I know what you're talking about. There's a Hirelings thing somewhere. Hang on. Let me have a quick
Let's
look.
try the Roll20 Compendium, Mounts and Vehicles. Let's see here.
94. Let's see.
Well, that's just the price for the whole ass rowboat, isn't it? Okay.
Page 94, Hirelings, let's see.
Alright,
Chapter 5, Equipment. Actually.
I've decided. 2 gold, and I'll show you where he is.
2 gold. Okay. Here's the thing. First thing I gotta know, what would you even spend 2 gold on out here?
Stuff, things, Grain mostly.
Grain. Hmm. Do I even have any? I don't have any money. All my money has been spent. Hmm.
Okay, I'll get out of water and hand him 2 pet gold coins.
Right.
Ah. Also, I found it. It's under services, page 159.
That doesn't help me much.
It tells you ship's passage, 1 silver per mile. Messenger, 2 copper per mile. Hirelings, skilled or untrained. That sort of thing.
I see.
Yeah. Just a future reference if you ever need them. Yeah. Well, you've got your money. Where is it?
Well, get your people then.
Alright. By the way, if you try and make dirty on us, let's just say, don't.
I don't need to threaten every single old man.
Well, so a lot of rowing commences. You row back towards the coast. You occasionally see the, you turn to see the old man rowing towards the boat.
Good, good. Guess we're getting the full awaiting for this one, because we're going to go piss off a wizard, since we've technically found him, quote unquote. You know, Togo, it would be real fucking funny if that is the wizard. Feels like the kind of shit an old crazy wizard in the middle of the ocean would do. Just faff about in the boat trying to be a smartass.
I mean, there's a lot of people in boats here.
There is a lot of people in boats here, but I don't know. Seems like the kind of dick move a wizard who blew up an entire zone would do. Just sit there and watch. Do you even have any fish in his damn boat?
I don't think you checked at the time. You were too busy throwing insults back and forth.
Oh, anyway.
Well, you collect the rest of the crew.
Yeah. Part of the ship, part of the crew.
Well, it seems like, looking out over the bay, you don't see the rowboat anymore with the old man in it. He must have reached the boat.
Over to the boat. Unless you guys want to faff around with the locals. We've got us a ride, or a guide, I should say.
Let's go.
Well, let's go collect Mr. Breeze and Merwin.
Yes.
Well, Wes, there's a weird old man on the boat, but the others are currently rowing back towards the boat, so I'm sure they'll explain.
Who are you?
I'm a fisher. And I'm a fisher.
Yeah,
no,
no,
for
that
sure.
doesn't answer my question. Why are you here?
Well, the big scaly asshole over there gestures out towards the rowboat. Paid me to
okay, it's his fault. Say no more. Say no more.
paid me to point you towards the wizard's tower.
Yeah.
It's over there in the sea.
We kept-
I can show you where it is.
I have maps. Do you want to point on a map or?
You already gave me the money, so Sure.
No, do you want to show me on a map? I'm not giving you the map.
Right, looks at your map for a second. I'm gonna go look at my own map for a second, hang on.
Hmm.
Right. Yeah. Grabs the
All the
ink.
way down here.
Right. Yeah. Right. R. There's the spot.
Here? There?
Yup.
How many nautical
Anything
miles
else we
is that?
should know?
That's a lot
As a
of crosses on there.
Fisher, you must know what the waters are like around here.
Smooth sailing for the most part. Tower's far enough down, even with your boat. Shouldn't be an issue. Think. Place giving it a creeps, though. Well, I guess I don't need to be here anymore, if I've already told you where it is.
Yep.
Well. Guess I'll leave, then. He clambers back over the side. Starts descending, sticks his head back up. Oh, and, watch out for them talking whales! And he clambers back down into his boat. Starts rowing away.
Hey, where do you think you're going?
Hey! Told the lad. Showed him on the map where it is. Don't need me anymore. Now piss off!
You realize if you didn't, I'm coming for your ass, right?
Try it!
Soul just grins at him and gives him a cheery wave.
What happened to be nice?
He gave me the dirty eye, the prick.
Oh, we've lost someone.
Oh.
Oh, it's Togo.
Zeppo live?
Double?
What?
You finished?
Oh, your roll 20 died.
No.
Oh.
Oh, he's
Oh, there
back.
you are.
Now he's
You're
back.
back.
Excellent, excellent.
Roll 20. Stop scaring us. You've already done enough this weekend.
You've been a horror already, please don't.
Indeed. Well,
Hey.
it looks like you have a location.
Alright, good. I don't have to dunk you under the water for a few minutes.
I mean, he might have still lied to you. You don't know until you go there.
There's only so far he can run.
Or he's an old man on a boat.
Oh,
He could be anywhere, even on a boat.
He could be a
Yeah.
boat on a boat. You don't know.
yeah, and we have a jet boat. If he's staying on the boat, we will find his ass.
You can barely find a tower. How can you find a boat?
Exactly. Maybe he's a talking whale in disguise.
Wait, what's this about talking whales? Is that a thing? Wait, we've met a talking whale. They were fine.
No,
Well,
you didn't.
technically a killer whale, which is technically a dolphin.
They were a captain as well, excuse you.
They were a captain, they were a gentleman, a scholar,
Anyways,
a sage of the brew.
I'm gonna guess Wes sets course for the spot marked. Doesn't take overly long, you arrive here. Why is there so many
On the way,
lines?
Soul's gonna cast water breathing on anybody who needs it.
Yes, please.
I'll take it.
That's a weird shape. Let's put
Oh,
that
what have you done
there.
there?
There you go. Oh shit. The boat's gone.
What have you done? Our boats! Our souls!
We sank.
Everyone
Good thing
roll
I
your
cast water
characters.
breathing.
What token was I using? Can I just undo?
Control Z.
Can you repeatedly undo? No.
Nope.
You can't Control Z? Oh boy. Alright, hang on. I think you were using this. No, you
Nope.
weren't.
I was not using that. Where's the token for the
Uh.
friggin' boat gone? Hang on.
Oh no. Let's see.
I have this.
None of us have access to it. Hold on. That'll do. I think that's what we were using.
Yeah, that's what we're using.
I just need to reassign control for this. Oh, wait, I was just controlling it, wasn't it?
Yep.
So that's
None of us
fine.
are really faffing about it.
It's on the Gull Rocks. Get it out of here. Right. Anyways. Right. So, to southwest of Flamsterd is a tower sunken beneath the waves. The lights from the deep glint up at you. This might be the spot.
So, can I ask you an honest question here?
Sure.
Why do arcade folk always insist on putting their towers in such weird, fucking wacky ass places?
See, they don't want to be bothered. I mean, you spend most of your, especially the older you get, the longer you've been at it, you just get sick of people showing up your door, always asking for help, or can you translate this? Can you help me figure out that? Meh. Sometimes you just want to go where you want to go a place where no one knows your name. Sometimes that's under the sea.
Yeah, but we're literally doing exactly what they wouldn't want us to do.
Well, yeah.
But now they're getting grumpy, soggy, agitated folks showing up at their door, being even more agitated and annoying. It's counterproductive.
Probably not often. And doesn't mean they're going to open. Doesn't mean anybody's going to open the door.
Does anyone remember if the druid told us about how to get him to give us the powder?
Or we need to get ingredients.
I mean, this is not, but like, how do we?
We'll just ask. It's a pretty big problem.
It's a pretty big problem. But he's also isolated himself at the bottom of the ocean. How is he going to give a fuck?
Well, if he doesn't, well, I don't know what to do, but we should ask first.
Fuck it.
Right, so you're descending towards the tower?
I guess. We go scuba diving.
Yep. Thanks to Saul's water breathing. You'll make it a good ways down. And suddenly...
Talking well.
Be
Please turn.
careful.
I was
Steep
really hoping for a Cockney accent.
drop. Says a passing whale.
Be careful, big drop.
Steep
Deep
drop.
drop.
Drop. Well, I mean, if we were above water, I'd probably be more concerned. But unless there's, what's the word for it? Currents that drag you to the bottom of the ocean that you can't escape from, or something.
Well,
I mean, if he said "be careful, Kraken" or something, I'd be a little more concerned. But like,
okay.
a drop in the water.
Right, so how are you descending towards the tower? You can see it now.
What's this tower? What does this tower look like?
Well, it's like an arrangement of like some crenulated towers, flat, stony roofs. can see some
Well, it's not-
apparati on it.
So it's not a smooth tower.
It is not a smooth tower, no.
Yeah, good. I guess hang on to the side of the tower as we descend. Looking for a way into the tower.
Okay, you approach the tower and pass the invisible barrier separating the seawater from the air. Let's see how
Oh.
far you fall.
I fall 0 because I just bamf out my wings and float there.
Okay.
Whoa, 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 whoa! Okay. Guys, it opens into air. Go down. This makes more sense why they said deep drop. I'll just quickly start darting down.
Okay, so you find
How
yourself...
bright or dark is it
Wha-
in there?
Well, you'll see in a
Where's
second.
this gonna jump? Where's
How
this
to
gonna
find-
jump off and cast Featherfall on everyone?
Alright,
That affects people who aren't currently falling.
I would think so.
Okay, I'm gonna push them all off and cast Featherfall.
We can see past the walls. Is that meant to be like
Yeah,
that?
it's
Yeah,
the
everything.
tops of towers. Yep, you see that. 'Cause
Oh,
that's
okay.
where you end up.
This is the rooftop. Okay. So we can see everything. Good, good.
The question about the light is because of my cloak. If it's dim light or darkness, I can fly with it.
In this case, you would not have been able to fly, but it's been solved.
Okay.
You see,
How long does it take us to get here, by the way, Val?
what do you mean? The descent
Well,
down
to
here
get
from the boat?
Yeah.
5 minutes
No,
tops.
from the fall.
Not super long. Like, had you
Longer
fallen,
than a
you would
minute?
have landed fairly quickly. It doesn't extend that far, so maybe 30 seconds with flying.
Okay. So, as long as it's not over a minute, so I don't just plummet.
Wait, these towers have occasionally just whales dropping on them because they swim into this field.
Well,
Oh my god, yeah. They just have random
And
things
it's
swim
raining
through the water.
fish in there.
that is correct. It is raining fish in here.
Oh my-
The structure and
Okay.
its surroundings are encased in a bubble of breathable air, which allows everything other than seawater to pass through it. Because of this, there are often helpless marine animals, mostly small fish, flopping around within the bubble, having accidentally passed through the barrier. And you see this fellow
It could be raining
across
fish.
over there turn around to look at you.
Oh, he doesn't look unchanged at all.
Ah, we have guests! We have guests! I see! Fetch my cauldron and the, turns around. Good. Tea leaves, please. B, clean this up. Ah, welcome, welcome! He just starts walking over here.
Hail! Flamstead, I presume.
The one and only, the one and only. Welcome, welcome.
Now, I heard tea leaves. Is it... What kind of tea we talking?
A good one. Hang on,
You have English breakfast?
hang on, let me look something up.
What's in English?
Indeed.
It's a weird fey creature, don't worry about it.
Ah, okay.
Right.
But they apparently
Right.
make great tea.
Okay. He makes a little hand gesture, sticks one arm straight up, sticks one arm out to the side, moves that arm a little bit up, and suddenly you find yourself sitting on comfortable chairs, cup of tea and saucer in hand, and Flamstead in front of you holding a kettle. This
What?
apprentice is suddenly here. These guys are over here. You didn't see them move or anything. So
Oh,
do
I
me
see what he's
do
done.
me an Arcana check, please.
Okay. He's,
Aw.
it might be, maybe.
Would you know this? Yeah, you would know this.
You have a reroll.
Oh yeah,
Do
you.
the
she-
reroll.
Who's she's
I don't know that I
lifted the
want to
tower
burn.
with?
I don't know that I want to burn the reroll for this yet.
I mean, considering who she's been spending time in Candlekeep with,
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, this man just casually cast Time Stop to brew you a cup of tea and put you on chairs. You're also dry.
That's nice. Soul is confused, but settles into her chair.
Now then, what can I do for you?
1 second. I check the tea. Is it English breakfast?
You have no idea what an English is, yet you barely know what breakfast is.
What do you mean? I live on a ship with Crackford. I'd be surprised if I didn't know what a breakfast was ever again.
Do you take a sip?
But I don't serve the English.
I take a sip.
Oof, oof.
Ooh,
Yeah, that sounded
ooh,
worse.
ooh, ooh,
You could
ooh.
you could mean that in many different ways, both of them interesting.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh.
I don't know what you mean.
Hmm.
Right. So, oh, don't.
Crackford is just an innocent.
He notices you noticing this down here. Oh, don't mind my other apprentice here. D is a bit feeling under the weather. Anyways,
Hmm. Good tea. Good tea.
good.
Oh, sorry.
Yes.
It's a little distracting. This is a warmer welcome than I was expecting. So, we have been tasked with meeting with you for a very interesting extra
Yes.
eldritch entity sort of situation. We need some sort of powder to see a creature known as a Shoggoth.
A Shoggoth, you say? Well.
One has apparently slipped through the cracks and landed on our realm, is now causing untold madness amongst the folks and summoning pirate lords to an armada and spreading chaos amongst the Sword Coast. And we
Oh,
kind of need to deal with it, but
I
apparently we can't.
much doubt that it's doing that. It's maybe a byproduct. Well, I can certainly help you with that, but I think you might not like what is required. I
Honestly,
have most of the ingredients, but well, I will tell you the 3 that I still need in the ascending order of difficulty, I believe. First,
okay.
I require Mother of Pearl from giant clams. This should be a somewhat easy task, the hard part being how to find them. The Sultan of Underwave used to have a stable of racing clams, but he hasn't been seen in a while. I wonder what happened to them. Not that you could visit Underwave, of course, it is 3,000 feet down. You would be crushed instantaneously, should you manage to travel that far down.
I think we can deal with that one pretty easy.
Yes, he used to hire Triton guards. You could seek them out in their abode at Fort Vuxaria, I think, is their outpost on this plane. It would be, it just draws a map into the air and one appears. It would be right about here. You could inquire if they know what happened to the clams there. Second,
That doesn't sound too bad.
rat dragon scales. Now, before you start yelling at me that this is a suicide mission, I'm not telling you to kill the red bastard of Mintarn, of course. I would suggest you visit the Isle of Turn. 2 adults have been seen there for quite some while, so that means there is either younglings to abduct or malted scales to just sneak in and pick up.
So, I'm guessing scales from dragon kin do not count. They have to be pure dragon, right?
Red dragon, yes.
Okay, so say scales from a red dragon born would not count, right?
Correct.
Okay, good.
And, well,
That's
that would be a
comfortable.
task of medium difficulty, I would judge. And finally, well, I would need a piece of shell from a certain creature.
Let me guess. Kraken.
No, nothing. Nothing as bad as that. I would say dragon turtle.
That. Oh God! Really?
Well, luckily for you, for a while one was seen in the channel of the whatchamacallit. Ah yes, the Asavir channel near the Dragon's Head in the Neverland Isles, but hasn't been seen in the past, I'd say 10, 20 years. So the task is difficult because it's pirate territory, however, not quite as difficult as you'd think, because you're just looking for the corpse of it.
That's a lot more comfortable. Pirates aren't as problematic as an actual dragon turtle, because
Correct.
ship-devouring entities are not particularly fun.
Aye. Luckily, it hasn't been seen in a while, so I assume it is dead. So you just find it, break off a piece of its shell, and bring it back.
How big of a piece?
Just gestures, arms outstretched left to right, up and down. That should do.
Okay, a big piece.
Well, question.
Yes.
How valuable would dragon turtle anything remains be worth on
Well,
the right market?
it's not quite as usable as Dragon Scale, to be honest. If you've got specific applications for it, it's priceless, but those are quite limited.
Dragon scales, however.
Dragon Scales can be quite valuable, because they can be worked.
It can be worked.
So we could just buy some.
You could, but that would cost almost as much as the boat for the amount he probably needs. So, obviously, we do not want to toss him with the grand old brick on the island. But going after a nest is figuratively worse.
Well,
What-
it is
what is
easier
this-
than killing an ancient dragon, I would say.
I'm questioning why you've put a dragon nest below finding the corpse of a dragon turtle.
Well, have you seen the seas? Ships sink constantly in Asavir's channel. What with all the pirate attacks?
We are surprisingly well versed in pirate attacks. Uncomfortably so. Kind of why we're part of this. Like I said, Black Armada, connection to Earth Shoggoth. Come to you to find something to do with it. And shit involves...
Yes. Anyways, for matter of payment now.
And coming.
Just strokes his beard. Ah, yes. You can volunteer to help in my experiments.
What kind of experiments?
Oh, just of a magical nature. You wouldn't understand. He pats your hand a little.
Which one?
The metal one, of course. Oh, come. Who wishes to go first?
I'll take a hit for this one. Let's see what
What's
you
the
got.
experiment?
Oh, I am working on a permanent spells. I've had some great success, of course, but I've had also some setbacks.
What spell are you trying to make permanent?
I've had great success so far with Alter Self, Dark Vision, Jump. I'm currently working on Tongues, of course.
Alright. Let's see what you got. If it takes out my tongue, it don't matter. I can speak with my brain.
Very well. If you would be so kind as to clear the middle here. Would you kindly step
alright.
onto this?
You guys may want to take a step back. Alright.
Right, so. Okay. He's starting to cast. Roll me a d20, please.
Miscast at 1. Ugh.
Okay, roll me a d100, please.
Oh, fuck.
Which language do you lose?
Common sense.
It doesn't matter. I have the helm. I can comprehend any.
A magical effect
I lose
occurs on
common.
you, and then nothing else happens. Odd. Could you try speaking Celestial, please? No? Well,
I wouldn't even know.
Unfortunate. Let's see what happened to you. He grabs your hand, the metal hand, he just examines it, holds it up to his eye. Oh dear. Well, some setbacks are to be expected. My condolences. Right, the next one, please.
I look at my hand. What has he done to it?
You'd have to ask him. You can't tell that there's anything wrong.
What, hold up. If there's going to be consequences that I can't see, what happened?
Well, it seems I've made you immune to the effects of alcohol for the next 6 to 8 months.
Seriously? That's...
It could have been
Let's see
worse.
the next one. What's the next one? Come on.
No, you're done.
Yeah, I'll take the next one. I ain't put my team through this. If something goes wrong, it's better on me than them.
No. The consequences of you wouldn't want to suffer the consequences of stacking failures here. And he gestures over the side, and someone looks over and sees an exploded whale down there. I've tried. It is not pretty.
Oh,
I'll go next. Okay, good luck, Toba.
sure. I could come back another day. How many of these do we have to do?
Well, there's 6 of you, so 1 each. Why not?
Oh, God. Good luck, everybody.
Right, my interesting-looking friend. Which of these would you prefer? Alter Self, Dark Vision, Jump, or Tongues?
Alter self.
Very well. He begins casting. Roll me a d20, please. Roll me a d100,
Oh.
please.
Oh,
Okay.
How bad can these be, I wonder?
Okay. Alright. Oh boy. What's your spell save DC?
14, I think.
Okay, let's see here. Do me a wisdom saving throw. Oh,
no! You have a reroll! You have a reroll!
Yeah. If ever there's a time.
Sure.
there's a puff of smoke. And then there's just a sheep there. Oh dear, this is, Well, it could have been worse. My furry
That's not
friend.
confident, is it?
No,
He's
no,
even
no.
fluffier.
Give him, a day or so, and he shall be fine. Alternatively, a dispel magic will also solve this issue. I've, suffered this myself.
It's also not 6 to 8 months, because, oh, I'm sad. I am very sad. But
Well,
I've had a
it could
good
have
way
been
to make
worse,
a lot
I
of
say.
money.
It could have been worse. Next, please.
how, just out of curiosity, how bad can it be apart from exploded whale?
I mean, that's pretty bad. Soul's
That's
Soul's
pretty
yelling.
bad.
It's pretty bad. Like,
Well,
death
things
is pretty bad.
things can go fairly bad here.
How bad we talking?
I
Oh,
mean,
well.
exploded whale.
We'll find out, maybe. Very well, 2 setbacks. This means this must be a success. Out of these spells, Alter Self, Dark Vision, Jump, and Tongues, which one would you prefer?
Tongue.
Very well. Okay, he starts casting. Roll me a d20, please.
I'm raw high, hon. Oh,
Ah, success!
it's a 50-50? Fine.
It is.
Son of a bitch.
You are now under the effect of the permanent spell Tongues.
You can understand. You can speak any language, I think, and understand it. It's pretty good.
There is, of course, some limitations that apply. Should you suffer an anti-magical field or possibly the spell Dispel Magic, this effect will, of course, fade. But other than that, you should be fine.
Thanks.
Excellent, excellent.
Super easy.
See, make some notes of this. The guy over here pulls out like a scroll and starts scribbling things down. Ah, well, shall we continue then? Out of these spells, Alter Self, Dark Vision, Jump, and Tongues, which one would you prefer?
Dark Vision, please.
Dark Vision,
I
very well.
recommend.
Yeah, good choice.
Yeah.
Very well.
Yes.
He starts casting, and then success. Excellent, excellent. I'm really getting the hang of this. B. Ah, still over there. A. Make a note. Right. Next one, please.
Oh god.
Have fun updating all my tokens, Val.
Hang on.
Is the dispel a permanent dispel, or
Yeah, Dispel Magic or an anti-magic field gets rid of it permanently. Hang on, let me just... The tokens that I already put down I'll have to do, but I'm updating the token now. Use selected token, there we go. It's got Dark Vision on it. It will have Dark Vision in
Yay.
future, unless you suffer Dispel or anti-magic, god damn it. Anyways, right.
it's in the next room?
Yes,
So
I'll
with
go.
tongues, Crab understands and can speak any language.
You do
Indeed.
what I do, but a permanent.
Ah, a fellow practitioner. Excellent, excellent. Would you be willing with to assist with a different experiment? I was trying a spell that I thought might be quite useful to have on permanently. Slightly higher chance of failure, however.
What this? Oh,
Oh, I was thinking that practitioners such as ourselves always suffer great danger unless we prepare a certain spell, yes?
yes.
So I was
Marks-
thinking
Marks
maybe
Jim.
to
Marks.
prepare a permanent version of Mage Armor.
Oh yes, please.
Right, I will.
Yes.
That Jammer box did pretty good.
With your consent, I will try my best. Roll me a d20, please.
Do you think inspiration / flashing genius
Use
would
the
help
reroll.
with this?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Use
use
the
the reroll of this.
Okay, go for it.
I don't think it's a favorite check. I think
There
it's
you
go.
just a...
Oh, okay.
Yes! There we go.
Well. He casts, and then... Almost like a bolt of lightning. Ah! And I... Success! Go and... Well, looks you over. Well, I wasn't expecting that. Hey, make a note of this.
Paul narrows her eyes a little bit. What'd you find?
I didn't mean to alarm you. This is a positive effect that I did not make note of. Let me put this to the test. And he casts another spell on you. Dispel magic. Ha!
It's permanent.
Ha!
Yeah.
I've done it. Thank you very much for your participation.
Thank
that's
you.
So good. That's so good.
I thank you. It was a pleasure. Yee.
So, question, Mr. Professor.
Yes?
Out of curiosity, is this a once per day kind of situation experiment, or is it once and you're done?
My experiments with repeat subjects have been somewhat limited, I would say. Repeating it once an hour is deadly. Repeating it once a day is deadly. Repeating it once a week is deadly, and then we're kind of run out of subjects that are willing to participate.
Yeah, so indefinite deadly. Gotcha.
I might be able to reapply it after Dispel Magic has been applied, but I'm not sure, and I haven't tested that yet. But the whales have started to avoid my building, rather like the plague.
Is that why they're talking?
Oh, yes.
That's why they're talking. You've got tongues on them, don't you?
Aye. But they only speak in broken common, however. A great shame.
I mean, I'm not gonna say an accomplishment's not an accomplishment. You've got whales that can talk.
That is true.
A simple awaken
There's
spell
nothing.
can do the same. That is no great breakthrough, so to say.
But is it a permanent thing that you can do without? Is that something you can do? So, is that a thing the Arcanist can do? I'm not sure.
What are
This
you asking?
awakened, whatever this awakened spell is.
No. That is the realm of druids, of course.
Yeah, that's
That's
outside of a wizard purview for the most part.
that's tampering with the natural weave of the universe thing, not arcane manipulation. Let's see.
Bards can also do it for some reason.
I'm sorry, what?
Artificers?
It's on the Bard spell list.
Oh, bards.
Bards.
Oh, that kind of makes
Interesting.
sense. Okay.
Yeah, the manipulation of. I'm not even sure what they call bardic music.
I mean, technically, with magical secrets,
creation.
any spell can be on the bard list.
Can I make pastries talk?
I don't think so, but you can
I mean,
with magic mouth.
Or using
Which would be
simple
cool.
illusions would also do the trick. Right,
Yep.
the final subject, please. If you would be so kind.
Go on, Mr. Breeze. Give yourself jump so you can just basically jump over the moon. Mr. Breeze is a bit shy. It takes a minute.
Yes,
Mr.
yes.
Breeze! Are you with us? Where's?
No, absolutely not.
Right, if
What
you
am I
would be
doing?
so
What am I
kind
doing?
as to participate in my little experiment here. We've had some failures and some great successes so far. If you would be so kind.
They've rolled a 12. They've got to stand in the middle, Wiz.
Yoink. That's fine. Right. Oh, I didn't even ask which spell you prefer. Auto self, dark vision, jump, or tongues.
Jump.
Yeah.
And that's a positive roll. We have another success. You're now under the permanent effect of the jump spell. Excellent. What a wonderful day for science. Anyways,
Science.
yes, the science of magic.
Yes, it applies. Sure.
Right. Converses with this apprentices, I suppose. Right. Well, if you get those ingredients to me, I can make that powder you requested.
So, just out of curiosity, you seem to be immediately aware of what a Shoggoth is, despite it being some sort of extremely secretive outer world
yes.
entity.
I have traveled the spaces between the spheres, yes? I know what a Shoggoth
Well,
is.
can you tell us about him?
No.
Why not?
He gives you a look.
Point taken.
It is not conducive to a healthy mind, so to speak.
So, you know, we have to deal with one eventually, right? That's why we need the powder.
Well, but the less exposure with those things, the better. You stand a better chance of taking care of it if you do not know, perceive, or comprehend it, so to speak.
Isn't that literally what the power does?
Yes. There's a certain bit of
So-
being able to see it, to hit it, is required.
So doesn't that contradict the whole point of dealing with it? If the more you perceive it, the worse it gets.
The worse it gets for you, yes. But if you kill it before you lose your marbles, that's a win.
It was never going to be easy, Crackjaw.
I never said it would be easy. I was just wondering if it's even comprehensively possible with that kind of explanation.
We'll be fine.
At this point, embrace the ignorance.
Aye, that is good advice. Wouldn't want to end up like my poor apprentice here. Although I'm sure I'll cure her soon enough.
I'm assuming he's talking about the
Nothik? Yes.
Uh,
It's just skittering over the place.
is that? Are they okay?
Perhaps not, but maybe soon.
Okay.
He drops his voice down to a whisper. I wouldn't recommend divination magic.
Yeah, the last lady who apparently was using divination magic kind of exploded.
Yes.
Kind of like your whale.
I think there is
Yeah.
something quite wrong in this sphere. Yes.
Like, he is so unhinged, it's amazing. He reminds me of me when I don't sleep.
No, because he can use all his words.
True, true.
Comprehension is key,
Well,
but it is
well,
also your curse.
no use hanging around here. Would you like to travel to the surface?
Yes.
Alright,
Bye.
very well. Claps his hands. Hang on. Whoop, yoop. And you just zoom up through the water like a cork, and then you pop up on the surface.
Fun?
That was fast. I think I'm gonna barf.
Bah.
That's not good for the blood. That's
Good work, you have a sheep.
I forgot.
Oh my god.
I forgot of the fucking sheep. Yep, the 5 of you and the sheep arrive on the surface.
You know, that's how you get bubbles of the blood, right?
Oh god, wet sheep must stink like hell.
Well, I mean, he's not wet unless we did travel directly through water. Yeah, he's not gonna smell too particularly pleasant. Ain't you,
Probably
little
not.
fella? Yeah? Yeah?
Surface.
How are we going to get him into the boat?
Very easily, actually. Can I see the boat from here?
Yep, it's just over there.
How
They
close
just-
is over there?
Like 30 seconds to a minute swimming.
Okay, so not 60 feet.
Alright, I could are we more than 5,500 feet, I think is the dimension door?
500, yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, you can dimension door onto
Oh.
the boat using the sheep.
Yeah, 500 feet. Is the boat within 500 feet?
Yes.
And I'm just gonna grab the sheep and dimension door onto the boat.
Excellent, excellent. Oh yeah, quick side question, Tombury, yay or nay to my backup character in your campaign being Flamstered? Anyways, yep,
Sure.
you make it back to the boat. You have a sheep on board. The crew is very puzzled where the friggin' sheep came from and where the hell Togo is.
Let me introduce to you. This is Togo for the next few days.
24 hours, I think you
Yeah,
said.
Don't
for a
eat
little bit.
him.
Right. Oh, I still have a little bit of Flamstered here. Anyways,
It lingers. It lingers in the bones.
I'm gonna find
Yeah.
like some ribbon or something that I'm gonna tie around his neck like a collar or something.
Yeah.
On one side,
yes.
I'm gonna write Togo, and on the other side, do not eat.
Fair enough.
Hey,
Oh,
as
yeah.
a side note,
How much time do we have left? Do you need to go in like 10 minutes?
Yeah, 10-20 minutes.
Okay.
to God, whoever can drink me under the table. Any takers?
Don't do it.
Well-
You pull that trick the next time we're in port somewhere, not on these poor guys. They have to work.
Yeah, fair.
Alright, boss, we
Take
will
the money out of
see.
the pockets of other people.
I mean, yeah, I suppose we don't really have a lot of use for rum when we have crap that can actually keep us alive. Alright. But I'll tell
My
you
food
right
does
now,
more
next
than
time-
keep you just alive.
True. Fed, thirsted, all the good stuff. Healthy. But next time we go to Baldur's Gate, you bet your ass I'm gonna sink some poor dumb idiot in alcohol. I see this as an absolute win.
Where to next?
That's a good question, Captain. Good news, bad news.
Do you mean bad news?
You shush. I would expect that from Togo, but Togo's kind of
In a bad shape?
shush. Stop.
well, what have you learned?
Well, we know what we're looking for. The bad news is you're not gonna like at least 2 of them.
All right, what do we need?
Let's start off easy. We need Mother of Pearl from giant clams somewhere out in Underwave. At least that's the
Underwave.
last. Now, apparently we're gonna go have a chat to those folks up at Fort Vixia. Or Vixaria, sorry.
All the way
Yeah.
up there, eh? All right.
That's the easy one. The second one is questionably, apparently, the middle difficulty of these supposed things we have to do. And I don't think we're gonna like either option for it.
All right. Lay it on me.
Red dragon scales. Fresh.
No, doesn't need to be fresh.
That he said we could just, if we could find some laying about, we don't actually have to. We can sneak in and steal any that have been shed. They don't. Doesn't need to be.
It did say kidnap a wormling. That kind of
Or
implies
pick
rape.
up
No,
ones lying around.
It was or pick up ones lying around. Those were the easy. Picking up a wormling would be a lot easier than dealing with a full-grown dragon.
Dragons.
Dragons.
We either have to go after, well, the big
It would-
bitch up at Skadarak, which is highly ill-advised, or, alternative, we go into the nesting ground of a pair of adults, which is theoretically just as bad.
And where is this nesting ground?
Let me check my notes. I wrote it down.
Is the Island of Turn?
Yep.
Island of Perrin.
Well, that puts 2 of them quite close together. That's not too bad.
Mm-hmm.
Depending on... What was it you needed from Fort Vuxaria?
We needed to speak to Tritons about guiding us, or at least finding us where the supposed clams have vanished to.
Alright.
Now the really,
Because Fort Vuxaria is here, and right over there is Turn.
now the one that I question, it could theoretically be based as worse, especially if it's alive. If it's not, then it's just questionable difficulty. So, we have to go to the Asphere Channel, which I wanted to do anyway, to hunt down one of those pirate lords, to maybe sort of kind of steal the shell scrappings of a dragon turtle. Alive or dead, preferably dead. Possibly alive.
It's presumed dead because it hasn't been seen in well
you
over
just
a
see her
decade.
rubbing her forehead.
That's the appropriate reaction.
Well, let's hope it's dead.
Yeah.
Not
Yep.
the
Yeah.
turtle.
It's not
It's
just a
a
turtle.
bane. It's a bane of all boats everywhere.
Mission to get the boat flying.
In this circumstance,
If
I would agree.
ever there was a time to have a flying ship, it would be now.
Because the dragon turtle, even a young one, is a nightmare.
Just look to
Well,
it that the
just a
cannons are well
turtle.
oiled.
And loaded.
Yep.
As long as we don't... If we could just get scraps of a dead one, that's fine. But if we have to get scraps of a living one, I don't envy our chances.
Don't turtles hibernate normally? Maybe
It's a
just been
dragon
hibernating
turtle.
for
If it-
10 years.
That's
I
the
don't know
thing.
what-
I mean, it is possible that it has just gone to sleep for a while.
I
But-
don't venture to enjoy the thought of awakening one by shredding a piece of scale or shell off of it.
Well, that's a problem for another day. We've got time to figure out our plan of attack on that.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff we want to do around the Asavir Channel. The pirates are active there, and that one spellcasting bitch is apparently down there.
And we are rather close, so it would make more sense to do this first.
Yeah, but it's also thoroughly uncomfortable, and I would not say no if the captain wants to put it off until we've fully upgraded the boat to more accommodate for Dragon Turtle being awake and alive.
Well, if we sail north, we could do a sail by the Purple Isles and see if we can see anything from the boat.
Ooh.
True, we do need to go up there too, yeah.
Take a quick look on the lay of the land, but... I'll take your opinions into consideration, so if you've got a preference, let me know.
Well, I say we thoroughly avoid the shit out of Scudderak. If we're going to deal with two, I'd rather deal with two adults than the tyrant of the sea.
Yeah, I wasn't considering to, you know, risk my life fighting an ancient red dragon.
Yeah. I don't enjoy the chances of two adult red dragons either. That's still a thoroughly unpleasant situation, if it comes to that. I mean, we could just... Dragon turtles are not to be fucked with under normal circumstances. No, we have to pick a piece off of one. Oh, jeez.
Mervin. I think this calls for it.
Can?
Any ideas on upgrading our cannons?
We have an arcane power source I can plug them into.
I may have had some thoughts on that myself, though I haven't really fully comprehended what I could do for it.
Okay, we'll
I
sail
have
north.
ideas.
We'll sail north, and meanwhile, Mervin, think of an idea of how you could improve our cannons. I get the
Well-
feeling we might need more firepower.
There's options for improving the cannons. I could also give us alternatives to cannons as well.
Right, draw up a plan, let me know.
Moen literally would go downstairs and come back with many different blueprints already.
Right,
I have
to
inspiration on torpedoes.
the planning room. Where's sail north for now? We'll adjust later. And
Well, so
Captain
just-
and Mervin leave.
Dragon turtle, really? What do you think, Sol? What are your radar chances here? Those are
I mean, we
some
don't-
interesting ingredients.
Yeah, well, it's to find something that unknowable, the ingredients required to make what we need is not going to be easy to get. So it's not as simple as going. It's never going to be as simple as going and picking a bunch of flowers.
Yeah. At least it wasn't a piece of kraken shell.
Yet.
Yes. I really hope we don't have to piss off a kraken.
We'll have to piss off the Kraken.
I definitely don't. We've already pissed off the Kraken, let's be fairly honest here. We've fucked with his plans more than once. If we're at least not a nuisance, we've annoyed him.
Bro.
But even in general, you hear stories of Krakens, and even just a normal, non-deific version of one is pretty goddamn bad.
Yep. You know, there's no point in borrowing trouble. We don't quite know what we're going for yet, so
No.
worry about the problems we have in front of us. That we
But
know
that's the
about.
problem.
That
we're
we
not
know
even
about.
allowed to know about them. Otherwise, we can't win. But in order to win, we need to know about them. But if we know about them, we can't win. That's...
What?
I don't...
You're talking nonsense. What I mean, the problems that we have in front of us are the problems of finding these 3 ingredients. You are asking questions that we don't need the answers to. Yet.
I mean, honestly...
The more you let's put it this way, the more you think about the thing that's unknowable that will make you go crazy, the more crazy you will already get. And you'll be in a worse position when we do actually have to deal with it. Just put it out of your mind for now. We have plenty of time to panic.
We gotta go to 3,000 feet deep for Mother of Pearl from giant clams. Surely we can just find them somewhere else. We could ask...
That's what we're going to be asking, to see where they go.
Oh, God, I completely
Said
forgot.
something about the Sultan.
Yeah,
The Sultan.
it wasn't our Sultan, but we could ask the Sultan if he has
There's
any
more than one
comprehension that-
Sultan?
There's one on the boat.
Well, you can go ask him right now. We still got a little bit of time.
Yeah, I'll go ask him now. That was my thought. That's why it was so easy. Just ask the literal entity of godlike water power. Holy Sultan. Apologies for waking you. We've had a
Jaw.
How are you, old soul?
Oh, doing fine, doing fine. This is a lovely boat.
It is indeed, and it gets
Right.
more interesting by the day. We have a conundrum.
What's the
that
latest
you may be able
development,
to
then?
assist with.
Right.
We
Lay it
need
on
to
me.
find a way 3,000 feet deep to get Mother of Pearl from giant clams somewhere in Underwave. I've seen your manipulation of water. I was wondering if there's anything you could do to assist with dealing with that.
Well, 3,000 feet is pretty far down. That's the reason I put my summer home there.
Go to your house, are we? Yeah, I didn't think so. A Sultan apparently has been raising clams for racing down there or something.
Yes, I had quite a stable.
It was your house.
Aye. It's one of my
Well,
summer abodes and vaults.
well, this comes as a sort of a simple question then. I take it that you haven't lost your racing clams, have you? Because we need the Mother of Pearl from one. Or do you have one of the pearls on hand, so to speak?
Well, I've been out of communication with some of my employees for quite some time while I was sequestered away. I would guess that they must have moved the clams by now. You gotta move them regularly, otherwise they become rather sedentary, you see.
Any way to get in contact with these former employees?
Well...
Because we're not too far away from Underwave.
Yeah, the problem is, well... The mortal physique is not well equipped for those depths.
The sheep more well equipped?
Well, there is certain spells that might help. Well, either way, asking my former employees might be the faster path rather than trying to learn spells that let you travel that deep. Or somehow building something that allows you to travel that deep.
Mike knows someone who has that kind of technology on hand.
In this sphere, I wouldn't risk it. You wouldn't wish to turn into fish food at a minus 20,000 feet.
So, how would... I guess that circles back to my original question. Do you have ways of getting in contact with these
Well, they were
employees?
decade-long contracts with Tritons from the plane of water. Must have expired by now, so they will probably have left, but my vault will still be secure, of course, thanks to the depth and you know, other things. How would you get in contact with the Tritons on this plane?
I mean, there's some just to the north. There's
Oh, they have they have a fort here. Yes, that's where they would
That's our
be.
next- Oh.
That's where I would try to contact them.
Oh, well, it's our next port of call. We're gonna pass by Purple Rock. So, do you feel like coming aboard Fort Vixaria and having a look around and see if there's anyone you recognize?
A little jaunt through Fort Vuxaria might be nice.
You might even be able to recontract some of your people.
Perhaps. Perhaps.
Well,
Right, and with that, I
guess that-
think we'll leave it for this week. The
yeah.
possible port of call. And I'm gonna press the button now. Bye.
Goodbye.